Going live, you're live. If you go up to the loft today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go up to the loft today, you'll never believe your eyes. For every train there ever was has gathered there together because today's the day that Jenny does the Monday Club. Yay! And straight away, we have a derailing. But also, George Botterini, thank you so much.
That is incredibly
really generous. Thank
you
you
so much. Right.
Thank you so much.
Could you press the red button and hold? But thank
Press
you ever
and
so
hold
much
the
to
red
George
button.
Botterini's donated $10 to the train fund.
Give it a try.
We have Naughty Train, yes, wasn't behaving itself. But yes, a big hello to all of you. It's great to see you. I hope I find you well. I'm Jennifer Kirk. Welcome you to the Monday Club. It is, of course, Monday, and that means one thing. We have 2 hours of all things trains and chat. And, of course, everybody is invited. Apart from naughty people, they can go. But it's really great to see you. See Flymo Chairman 1, Aiden's Railways, Iron Horse Railways, Richard Swiderski, Patrick Furlong, Ruben Ashwell, Alex Dent, Fobbit.
Can I just say one thing? Guys, we have just installed Nightbot. It is a little bit overzealous at the moment. I will be dealing with that.
What?
Don't worry.
Why? What did they post?
It's not that.
Alright, so we're just playing with some software at the moment, but Warbler Productions says TARDIS to the bottom of the screen just next to the Jenny Cam box. Oh yes, it hasn't moved from last time, so just need to sort that out. Right, but yes, so what have you guys been up to? It's really great to see you.
Thank you so much,
My word, Nuts and Bolts
so generous.
77 has incredibly generously donated $20 to the 5-inch train fund. Thank you ever so much. And I've just realised what was making the weird noises. It was this thing misbehaving. So let me just just drag that back down there. There we go. J. Paul Anderson, Lenzo's Rail channel says, how's the 14XX? Tried to steam it yet? Not yet. Gosh, it has been ever so busy. The 14XX is actually currently at my in my father's workshop on its side. Now, nothing is wrong with it. Excuse me. The reason for this is because he's actually building a 242 Aspinall radial tank. It's getting on really well. He's nearly got a rolling chassis, although he did start with a little bit of a head start in that he bought a nearly rolling chassis that was somebody else's failed project. But he's really dived in. I'm quite impressed. He's already got the front and back radial trucks done, the wheels machined and on. So he's going great guns. But what he actually wanted was to be able to take a look at the 14XX just to give him some clues as to how to make various bits. So it's actually on its side on a whole layer of old towels so it doesn't get damaged. So he can look in underneath. It's also given us the opportunity to work out how a few bits and pieces work on it. Things like the ash pan, which were a bit difficult to get access to when it was right way up. So unfortunately, I was planning on filming it for a Wednesday video where I was going to kind of formally introduce it, walk you guys around it and show you its ins and outs, not with it's deleted a message.
Yes, I know, Jen, I know. I'm trying to sort this out as we
Just
go.
bear with us, we're having a few issues with the software. Sue at Putnam Junction, hi to you. Southern Train Girl, Robin Slewer says, I've been to my model railway group on Thursday and I'm going next Thursday. Oh, brilliant. Of course, a lot of model rail clubs are beginning to start up. Right, let's just, one of the things I want to do is get this train running, and I am going to, and Kelly Harding's going to love me for this, I'm going to put an N7 on and see if we get any more joy with that. I just seem to be really struggling at the moment. It's probably the wagons as much as anything. Was there not? I'm sure, yes, that I was right. There were other wagons. And there's the brake van. So let's just put that on there. And let's just see if 6912, select loco 6912, 12. The wheels just spin on the spot. I'm sure that there's obviously something.
You've broken it already. Okay, we've got an interesting question here from Manty 1956. Does the 14XX have any sort of oiling system?
Yes, it does. Otherwise, it wouldn't work. It would seize
Or
up.
do you oil it before operating?
Well, you oil it before operating, obviously, but then you also do. Oh, this isn't going to work.
Okay, the Nightbot is not working. I'm really not sure what is going on.
Yeah, I'd remove it, really, to be honest. So let me just. I think I'm going to have to take all these wagons off. We're just having a few little glitches. But what happens if we time the Nightbot out?
No, it's not even that.
It does seem to be just going, well, I will be irritating to you.
Yeah,
today.
it's because it's not been set up properly. I thought it was set up, and it isn't.
So let's just and
it's supposed to be set up and ready, but it's not. And it's like, what's going on?
Right, anyway, so we've got Ian White, Tim Davis as Billy's replacement robot. Which would basically just be, it would be a big pondersome thing going, danger, 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 Miss Robinson, danger. Right, oh, it seems to be deleting anybody who mentions it.
Yeah, well, that will happen probably. Okay, I've got it set for only repetitions.
Yeah,
because that is the problem.
I do like that comment. Wardle Road says Nightbot can't be working. Cottesmore is still here. Jerry BVR, hi to you. Mark Holt, even Terry.
Okay, let's see how this works. I've turned off everything except repetitions, which is what I installed it for, because that's how those trolley little non-people were doing it. Okay, it should be all right now.
Yeah, so sorry anybody who's been spanked by Nightbot. We appear to have reined it in. So Wardle Rose says, is Nightbot a dictator? Yes, it is.
It's
Respect my authority.
It's a little
zealous.
overzealous.
Yes. David, it's my model railway, says, ouch. And Worthington Model Railway says, sounds like you need Billy's replacement bot.
Billy's replacement robots.
Yes.
It's set 7 timeouts already. It's like, no, that's not
So
what
do you have to go in and undo them?
I don't know how. I don't know how to undo timeouts.
Messing about with models, evening to you. So we're really sorry if somebody got timed out.
I am so sorry. Guys, if you've been hit by the Nightbot, I am so sorry. That wasn't the intention. It's there as an anti-trolling thing only. And I think I've got it set up as an anti-trolling thing only. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, but for some reason we had the little box ticked going, yes, everything is trolling. And so I go, okay then.
Guys, if you've been hit, I am sorry. After about 600 seconds, you will be back. I do apologise. That wasn't meant to happen.
How long is 600 seconds?
About 10 minutes.
Oh, right.
I am so sorry, guys. You know, as an apology, we will keep going until 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Sorry about that, guys. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, we'll sort this out.
It wasn't meant to happen.
Ruben Ashwell says, I'm sipping Pepsi to the max cherry at every Billy replacement jokes. That you're going to be wired. You know that stuff is full of caffeine.
Yeah, Billy's replacement colas.
Yeah, you're going to be like climbing the walls and going, listen to the colours, baby. David, it's my mother railway says, I asked what a Nightbot was and it rebuked me.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, it seems to. Was there a setting where it's like any mention of its dictatorship will be met with stern opposition? Right.
So hello everyone, shall we restart? If
Yeah, you go up to the loft today,
No, we're
you're
not
sure
gonna do
of a
that.
big surprise. If you go up to the loft today, you'll never believe your eyes. For every train there ever was is gathered there today, because today's the day that Jenny does the Monday Club. Yay! A big hello to Anfield Road Layout in the Loft, Clive Cobalt, Bangor Junction, Carl Brown, Logan Clary, Vinny Gogniti says, wow, what an awesome setup. Looks incredible. Thank you very much. Yes, it's just a little something I threw together. But look, it's great to see you all. I hope to find you all well. Yeah, Flymer Chairman one says, yeah, it was putting folk in 5-second timeouts, and I'm not quite sure what the point of that is.
Oh, that's to stop spamming. You can't just repeat if you're on a 5-second timeout.
But they weren't spamming.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, not again.
Hold on. Evan Terry's just been, what? Oh. For 600 seconds? What did you type?
Oh, yeah, he repeated a couple of bits in what he was typing and mentioned Nightbot, and now he's timed out for 600 seconds, and I don't know how to stop it.
We're really sorry about that. Ham Shackleton says, Jenny sings like a truck driver. You can't hear her or me over the engine noise. Am I actually coming through okay? Right, anyway, let's, I know what we need. We need some kind of thingy that has another thingy on it. There we go. Bye-bye. Right, anyway, oh.
That wasn't meant to happen either. I thought by pressing that button it was going to time them out, but it didn't do that either.
Oh.
I don't like this system. I don't like that we've had to install something to deal with an idiot and it's causing trouble. I'm thinking about just getting rid of it.
I think you should. So we're really sorry about this. We tried an experiment, didn't work, but there you go. We tried it, so you don't have to.
Nightbot is gone.
Oh, for God, no. If you want to just, yes. Right.
Sorry about that. I have now. Yeah.
All right. In the news today, we've had announcements from Acura Scale. The livery samples of the PCAs, the Castle Cement PCAs, have turned up and they look very, very fine indeed. We have also seen the O-Gauge EPs and a couple of livery, they look like livery CADs. They're not actually on the model itself, but these are from Dapol in O-Gauge. And certainly they do look really, really interesting. Patrick Furlong says, you can't override timeouts.
That's really annoying then.
Yeah.
Model Road suggests next week Nightbot presents the Monday Club.
Just sits
yeah,
there
we're
going,
just going to ban
Respect
Jenny.
my authority.
Dongit's Model Row says, are we playing just a minute in the chat? No hesitation, repetition or deviation?
I've turned it off. I've turned it off. If anyone does troll, I will bring it back.
Respect my authority.
Matt Ovell says, turns out Nightbot was the troll all along.
Turns out the troll was inside us all along.
Oh dear. Right, hold on. Let me just...
The Renter's Real Challenge says, can we see the prototype Deltic running?
Probably could, you know.
I do like the Proto Deltic.
The Proto-Deltic, eh?
Yes, the Delta type.
Yes. I suppose we
the Proto Delta.
Yes, I suppose we could. Let me just try and... I do dislike tension lock couplings because they do give you a...
You don't like your pension sheet?
Right. What was I saying? Anyway,
something silly.
So, Patrick Furlong dresses up as a troll and waves at club. Wardle Road says, can I plug my second channel for railway-related games?
You have a second channel?
Yeah, he started playing railway-related computer games.
Oh, very nice. I need to see this. Yes, plug away.
Yes. You put the plug in. That'll stop all the water from coming out. Right, so if I stop that one, then the Deltic prototype can have the indignity of pulling a train of coal hoppers.
Valley's 56XX says all will be assimilated, resistance is futile. All hail the Nightbot!
Yes. I think that there's going to be some kind of...
Billy's replacement robots!
Yes, the robots will rise again. Destroy all...
Warbler Productions understood my Red Dwarf reference. Zoe, there's no red bubble wrap in sight. There can be.
Yes. What, with tension sheet written across it?
Ironhorse says Nightbot is a bit like that episode of Red Dwarf where Holly becomes Queeg 9000. Proceeds to terrorise Lister and the crew.
Yeah. Right, select loco, number 1.
Oh, I do like
Turn
the
the
good
headlights
coffee.
on. Change direction.
Thanks
1,
for that
2,
Mortal
3.
Road, so I'll be having a look at that later on.
Excelente. Right. Oh.
Railway related gaming, eh? Mortal Road Gaming.
Yes.
But it's not got a G in this title, it just says WR. It should say WRG. Well, where's your branding? Where's your branding, man?
Yeah, see, your branding man, sorry, he costs too much. So you've got Billy's replacement branding man.
He's just going to rub a decal on you.
Yeah. Slap a megaphone on your face.
Train Sim World 2 has the underground baker loot. I have to admit, I have been considering getting a copy of some Train Simulator because I do like the idea of being able to drive around. But then again, I played it on Eggbox and that was quite fun.
Eggbox. Underground Eric, good evening to you. It was really great to meet you actually when we picked up the 14XX. Wyvern Model Railway, evening to you. Wangok says, can you plug the Colne Valley MRC show on Saturday at the Old Well Garden Centre, 10 till 4, please, Jenny? Consider it done. Evan Terry, welcome back. Really sorry about that. That was I'm afraid that Nightbot turned out to be a bit of a fascist. But it's alright, we got rid of him. Houston.
Houston, wow, that's brilliant.
I had to do a driver's awareness course. Billy's replacement speeders. Yeah. But of course, if Billy had been driving, he'd have put his foot down and nobody'd have caught up with him. Lorenzo's Rail Channel says, what's your layout based on? Like, as in region, etc.? It's loosely based on the northeast of England. So the inspiration was drawn from Tyne Yard, which is between Durham, was actually between Chester Street and Newcastle. But it's not an exact copy of it. It just takes the sort of the sense of Tyne Yard and creates my own fictional marshalling yard on somewhere on what is like notionally the East Coast Main Line, and I called it Weir Yard. But I am pretty free and easy when it comes to what I run on it and what time periods I do. It's notionally the layout is set in the very late 1970s. But we do seem to have a lot of mission creep in terms of other things that turn up. Going to the dogs, hi to you. Sky Eye, great to see you. Mark Hemmeldown MR, great to see you. And Kev McKay 85 says, I think there's a train simulator on the Xbox Game Pass.
There is, and I played it. But
Ah.
our biggest issue was I kept stopping at every station so I could read the boards and get the collection of all of the notices for the achievement.
Oh, right, so how late was the train in the end?
Very, because sometimes it takes a while to find those boards.
Oh, right. Do you get penalised for being late?
I can't remember.
Growler
I don't think
Blackwood,
so.
Engage Layout, great to see you. And probably not Eric. So, that'd be Bob then. Hello, chaps. Sorry I'm late. This is how are you all doing today? Absolutely not too bad, actually. Manthony1956 asks, how heavy is the 14XX? I thought you drove a Nissan Micra. They don't carry a lot. No, well, the 14XX, haven't actually weighed it, but you do need 2 people to actually pick it up and move it. I'm not sure how heavy that would make it. I think one person could probably lift it if it wasn't for the fact that it's a bit of an awkward shape for doing that. Iron Horse Railway says, Jenny, before I drink too much of my port and forget, I'll drop your Class 17 off for you tomorrow morning. Oh, thank you very much.
Don't drop it.
And this is the Ribble Cement Class 17 that Iron Horse Railways is very, very kindly weathering up so that I can have my very own weathered Hellion Class 17 after we saw some amazing pictures of the work that Iron Horse Railways have done on their own Ribble Cement Class 17, and it really did look good. Alex Dent asks, you know the rules from Jenny? Probably not. What rules? The rules? I get a bit nervous.
There is only one rule. There are no rules. Wow, where did that voice come from?
I don't know,
that
but
was
if
deeper and more aggressive than I expected.
I don't know, but if that voice could take itself downstairs and come back with a bottle of ice and a pint of juice, I'd be very, very happy. Probably not. Eric says, well, I mean, I haven't seen a stream in a while, but I am an old viewer. We're here
to
every
be honest
Monday.
with you, we're old viewers too.
Yeah.
We're old and review.
Basically, I forgot what I was going to say.
It was probably daft.
Oh yeah, we're here every Monday, 7 till 9 UK time. But the tube of views is normally a little bit pathetic at telling people, so that might be it. Yeah. Underground Eric says, yeah, I can just about manhandle my pannier tank by myself. Did you take the 14 for a test in the end? No, it hasn't been steamed. It's actually sat on its side on a bunch of old towels in my father's garage because my father is building an Aspinall Radial 242. He bought somebody's abandoned project for a couple of £100 actually. He's really landed on his feet and he's already motored on. Egg Rider says, did anyone else get an accidental Hornby Trade News email this week? Yes, definitely I did as well. I have to be honest, I only read it when I got another email apologising for having sent it to the wrong list of addresses. Yes, I'll be honest with you, it is very easily done. I have watched my colleague at work, yes, RB, looking at you, accidentally send out an email to an email mailing list that was supposed to go out on the Friday, and he managed to send it on like the Wednesday or something because he pressed the wrong button, and once sent, they're gone. But yeah, it's very easily done, and I'm guessing that all of a sudden there's that little moment when that icy feeling drifts through your body and you go, uh-oh. Yeah, it was really understandable. Luckily for whoever posted it, there was nothing. It wasn't like it was a huge list of trade prices. Although, actually, it's not massively difficult to find what the trade prices are for a lot of these things. And no, I'm not telling you, but look, there was nothing embargoed in that list. Although what it did show me is that one of the wagons, which I've been really looking forward to, which is the Stania brake van in NCB blue, and also I noticed as well in BR brown with tops code on. So there's a pair of those that I really do actually fancy bagging and tagging are on their way imminently. Model Railway Noob, hi to you. Main Train Esport, great to see you. B2000 Arrow Toys channel says, hi Jenny and Zoe, Daisy the diesel railcar is coming along very well. She runs very well and needs putty or something for the gap in her cab. Also, I hope to see my train videos on this channel soon. And of course, if you want to see your videos shown towards the end of the stream, then you too can send in the URL for something like the YouTube video. Don't send the actual video because it won't get through. To Zoe at zoerobinson.com, and if you put Monday Club into the title, then it just makes it easier to spot that in amongst all of the other dross that she has in her emails. So
you get a lot of dross.
Thank you very much for this pint of juice.
Probably not. Eric says the message didn't send. It's probably too big. What? Have I missed something?
What? Where? What? What message? Just remember, you can't send URLs. Sorry, you can't send the actual videos to that address because it just won't work. With Limo Chenmore, absolutely send video links only YouTube preferred as its URL titled Monday Club to Zoe at zoerobinson.com. Main trainees but says Niall was in hospital since Friday for emergency surgery.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
I hope things are okay for you. Manthony 1956 asks, so have the Jenny Kirk Monday Club wagons finally arrived? They are due imminently. So do get your orders in. I am expecting them to be at Rails of Sheffield for distribution at some point in the next week. But what I will say is that they are nearly all sold out. Not quite all sold out, but if you do want one of the Monday Club wagons, then do get your skates on.
It's getting very close now, isn't it?
Yeah, I've just said probably in about the next week or so they'll be arriving at Rails. And what they generally do then is on a first person to order basis, they work through all of the pre-orders, process those, and then what will happen is if there is any left at that point, then you'll be able to just bag and tag one. But once they're gone, they're gone. They are an Acura scale MDV coal hopper. They are selling out and across the range. So the triple packs that are in the main range from Acura scale, a lot of those have actually now sold out anyway. So it is an ideal opportunity to pick one up if you've missed out on some of those others or you want to expand your fleet. And obviously by now some of the other packs have sold out. And you could just T-cut off the JK logo. It's dead easy. I know some of the trolls made out like it would somehow mortally wound me if people did that. And it's like, no, I don't care. The whole purpose of the livery of the wagon is so that people can do that. So you can just have a regular MTV in your fleet. B2000RO Toys Channel says, I've sent the URL through to Zoe. Hope you can find it soon. Okay. A says, hey Jenny, can you type in the chat that email to send the videos? I can't. Zoe's website.
That's because you've got a Y on the end of my name.
Yeah, it's Zoe, ZOE. Oswestry Road TMD says, my wagon is ordered. Boom! Yay. I think that, let me just work through and find the appropriate locomotive. Yes, the Tyrannosaurus Rex is excited. So thank you ever so much for that. Finley Carden says, hi Jenny, want to get into 009. What is your best 009 run at and what would you recommend for starting out? PS, love Potato Mountain. It inspired me. Thank you ever so much. What I would say is from my own experiences, the best running 009 ready to run locomotives that I've found so far are the Bachmann War Department Baldwins. They're like a 460, a little 009 locomotive. I found them pretty bulletproof, reliable, really great runners. And they take a Next 18 decoder, which does mean that you can fit something like the Zen Blue Plus One or Rails Connect is another good one. And actually, gosh darn it, Trainomatic make a pretty good decoder as well. All three of those, actually no, the Zen Blue Plus has a plug connector for a Stay Alive, although you might have to work a little bit hard just to find space for it in the locomotive.
You know, to some people, work is a four-letter word.
Yes, it is. The Trainomatic decoder does also have solder tabs for fitting a smart power pack. I'm not sure about the Rails Connect one because I haven't really looked closely at that. But certainly there's a lot of great decoders out there in Next 18. So it does mean that it's pretty easy to fit a decoder to. Which
brings me to my question: what's your next 18 purchases?
My next 18 purchases. Well, one of the things that I really do want to get is a mineral wagon for
minerals.
No, for the 5-inch gauge. Because one of the things that I want to avoid having to do is using the little tiny piddly bunker for coal on the back of the 14XX. Instead, I'll use that for things like oil can tools, maybe an oily rag, something like that.
Your sandwiches on log runs.
Yeah, something like that. And what I actually want is a 16-ton mineral wagon in 5-inch gauge that I can then fill with the coal to pull behind the locomotive. That is my plan. I know where there is one, a really nice one, but it's 500 quid. So I might have to save up a little bit. Oswestry Road TMD says, haven't had the bill yet, waiting to make the payment, even though mine was ordered when you made the announcement. Boo! So, yes, the Tyrannosaurus is very, very excited. Sky Eye says, is there a reason why Hornby stopped making N-Gauge? Yeah, because they had the little end range of resin buildings. I think, yeah, the biggest reason is probably that it just wasn't making enough money. So the cost benefit on it just wasn't there. They could use the capacity to make a more profitable 00 gauge.
And that is unfortunate, just how a lot of stuff goes.
Yeah, and I've seen this as well, a DCC concept. Sometimes new projects, there's nothing wrong with them, and yes, we know that they would sell, and they just reach a point and the boss man goes, it's just not financially worth it. It's too much of an investment for no real return, and unfortunately a lot of actually great ideas do get dropped because of that, not because there's fundamentally anything else wrong with them.
Like my project for self-removing trousers for drunk people when you get home.
Yes, for drunk people and Frenchmen. Blackadder joke. Right, Oswestry Road TMD says, sounds like a king or castle whistle there. It's actually a Lord Nelson. Iron Horse Railway says, sounds like
I'm sorry, but Lord Nelson didn't sound like that.
Yeah, it sounds like this 14XX is a bit like owning an old Triumph motor car. Needs constant oil and coal. Yeah, something like that. The Orchard line says, hi Jenny, I have ordered my wagon for the Monday Club.
Yay!
So, thank you very much. Warbler Productions says TARDIS in lead wagon behind the peak. Funnily enough, that lead wagon, if we go over to Jablite Mountain Cam, please work, please work, please work. No, Jablite Mountain Cam is not working. Oh, are we losing cameras? Oh. The first one is one of the Monday Club MDVs, and it's going to hove into view fairly shortly. Top left, it's going to get bowled by that prototype Deltic. But that's actually what I'm running there is the test version. Yeah, where that mystery hand is pointing. So there we go. Lorenzo's Rail Channel. One thing I can suggest is to use a really useful box with no lid to keep the coal in the riding wagon for the 14XX. That's actually a really good idea, because then you can just take it straight out. You don't end up with a wagon that's just full of coal dust and dross. Certainly my father's garret has a wooden box in its bunker, so you don't actually put the coal directly in the bunker. Now, we tried that with this very first one, and what actually happens is you end up with this huge almost solid lump of coal dust compacted down at the bottom, which when you try and scrape it out, you scrape the paint, and it then starts to get a patina of rust in there. Manthony 1956 says the owner's manual for my MG Midget said a quart of oil every 1,500 miles. A quart, that's 2 pints. Because it's a quarter of a gallon, which if anybody hasn't worked out yet, a gallon is 8 pints. So so that means every 6,000 miles it's burning through a gallon of oil. But I doubt it actually had that big a sump. That is actually quite horrendous oil consumption. A says, I sent a Google Drive video to you, Zoe. Also ordered my own wagon too. Going to run it on my American layout. Thank you very much. Now, you should be able to find KD couplings that have a little tail on which fit to the NEM pockets that UK stock and also European stock do use. which does mean that you can give it some native couplings to match up with US rolling stock. Oswestry Road TMD says, what? No mention of Billy's replacement speakers?
You got that wrong. It's Billy's replacement speakers!
No, don't say Billy's replacement speakers that loud, because otherwise all the people who are doing the Billy's replacement speakers drinking game will have to drink at the mention of Billy's replacement speakers, and there's only so many times that Billy's replacement speakers can be mentioned, and the Billy's replacement speakers drinking game can drink to Billy's replacement speakers before they go, please stop with the Billy's replacement speakers, because it's making my Billy's replacement speakers glasses go very empty.
Are you finished?
Yeah, Billy's replacement speakers. Iron Horse Railway says, hence rusty coal wagons. Absolutely, yes. Let's have a Worthington Model Railway says, my Jag Mark 10. Oh, the Jag uses about 1 quart per 150 miles. That sounds to me like your rings may need a little bit of something now.
Is it one ring to rule them all?
I'm actually road testing, or will be when I can afford to get the Volvo back on the road. It needs insurance. A product called AimTech Engine Restore, which may actually help vehicles, certainly like your Jag. That might actually help that level of oil consumption. And there are things you can do, but that does sound to me like your oil rings aren't, well, certainly your oil scraper ring isn't doing its job. A says, I'm drunk already doing the Billy's replacement speakers challenge. White Claw all the way. Is that like White Lightning?
I would expect so.
Oh, that is the beverage of choice for the 14-year-old behind the bus shelter. Simon the Railway Enthusiast 83 says, just giving the stream a thumbs up. Absolutely. Don't forget to tickle that like button. And share the stream too, and if you haven't already done so, do please subscribe to the channel.
Soda stream as well.
Yeah. Rocker from the Backstreet says, I've used Billy's replacement speakers, 4-year guarantee, then hope you're both okay. We are grand, thank you very much. We still have the Billy's replacement speakers sign over there, although it doesn't actually appear on any of the cameras, but it is there.
It does show up a lot on the Trends Gone By stuff though.
It does actually, definitely. Right, big hello to RN. Logan Clary says, Billy's replacement game of Rassilon. AD Pullen says, I see the Bachmann LNER V2 and London and North Western Railway improved Preston class and the 812, the Caledonia Railway 812 have been pushed back. Yeah, we've seen a lot of things get pushed back. Also seen the Hatton's Genesis coaches get pushed back. And we're talking about sort of March time next year. Now, this has made those really, really late, but hopefully they will be certainly something very, very special when they do turn up. We did get the chance to, we actually reviewed the EPs and then we did review the livery samples as well on the channel. Really grateful to Hatton's for letting us do that. Really looking forward to that. But certainly, it has to be said that it is really, really good that we're finally getting a date. Hopefully they'll be able to stick to that. But I am still hoping as well to borrow the Sonic Models A5 livery sample from Rails of Sheffield. They did say that that would be arranged. Just still waiting to see when that's going to be able to be done. And then it'll be really, really nice to review that model. Warbler Production says, I will be posting some photos from the weekend onto the Facebook group later, all taken at my happy place over the weekend. Statfold Barn Railway Road Rail and Ale event. Actually, it's pretty much exactly a year since the Cupboard Monkey and I were invited down there by your good self.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, really, really enjoyed the day there, and we got some really good weather. Kev McKay 85 says the Dapple Manors have been pushed back to from December to January, and unfortunately a lot of this is down to the issues with shipping. Now, one of the things that may not actually have been reported quite as much as it should is that a lot of the supermarkets, and in particular Amazon, have bulk booked all the shipping, including air freight, for pretty much the months of November and December. And what this means is if you didn't already pre-book it, which a lot of people didn't, you cannot actually ship anything to the UK over this period. And I suspect that this is what has caught out a lot of these people. Now, what it does mean is if you've got a little bit of extra saving up time, so there is some small benefits we can glean from this, but that is probably one of the reasons. Sky Eye says, did I spot a Deltic prototype or am I talking rubbish? Could be a bit of both, but certainly, just joking with you. But definitely there is a prototype Deltic running on a coal hopper train. J. Paul Anderson says, a favourite Bond villain, Jen? Scaramanga, Zorin or Camel Khan? Or Gold member, perhaps? Gold! Actually, Scaramanga, Man with the Golden Gun, is still pretty much my favourite Bond film
It's your
of all time.
go-to Bond film of choice.
Yeah, definitely. Larry Rogers says, I have ordered my Monday Club wagon. Since I Renault scale, it will have to be a display model. Thank you ever so much. And as I do say to everybody, thank you so much for your support for the Jenny Monday Club wagon. It's the first time we've commissioned something. I am currently looking to commission a follow-up product of some description.
Might be a while though, given the production delays that we're going to have now.
It may well be this time next year that it turns up. But certainly we are looking into something that has a little bit more of a pocket money price range. It will be a road vehicle is what we're looking at. So just stay peeled for that. And hopefully we're going to look at a sub £10 price point if we can. Mark Wilson asks, Jenny, do you have a Class 52? I do actually. I've got one of the Daypole Class 52s. In rail blue. Simon the Railway Enthusiast 83, hi to you. Manthony 1956. Also we've got Mel's in, Clive Cobold. Oh, excuse me.
I know what we need is a Monday Club product. A one-to-one scale set of plans for a build your own Billy's replacement speakers warehouse.
Is it going to be like the Hard Rock Cafe in Orlando? Which, if anybody knows, I've actually been there, and it's in the shape of a guitar. But the Billy's replacement speakers at Mega Mart would be in the shape of a speaker.
Yes.
Of course it would.
You exit via the subwoofer.
Woof. Oswestry Road TMD says, referring to Basil Fawlty, don't mention Billy's replacement speakers. I mentioned it once, but I think I got away with it. Jerry BBR says, shock horror, Jenny's getting a replacement bus service. It's going to be, I think there's probably a bus would be more expensive than a tenner. David Curry says, I ordered a Monday Club wagon some time ago. Good to know it will be here soon.
Yeah, it's
absolutely.
been a while, hasn't it?
Hopefully, fingers crossed, within the next week, we should be looking at those. And they are nearly sorted. Oh, you're right. Oh, sorry. I thought you were giving me the hurry up. But what we are actually looking at is they're mostly sold out, but you do need to get your skates on if you do want one of those amazing Acura scale MDVs. And like I said before, you can just T-cut off the JK logo if that's what you wish, and just turn it into an ordinary MDV.
It won't harm Jenny because, to be honest with you, she kind of designed it with that in mind in case you didn't want the thing on it.
Let's have a look. So Les Cliff is in from the Isle of Skye. Are you?
Wow.
I've noticed the photographs of your trip because you went via Beamish actually.
He beamished down to Isle of Skye, didn't
Well, no, he went through various other places. Did you go and visit the old stamping ground in the Great Glen and see whether any of the track that we threw around was still mouldering in the ditches? But it's great to see you, Les. We do need to get you back here for a Monday Club Live at some point.
I think Jenny has purposefully misinterpreted what I said.
Of course.
He beamished down to the Isle of Skye.
Right, anyway. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Les Cliff says yes. Oh, yeah, I think autocorrect has gone because it's like Bez Midder. Wham Gok, hi to you. We got really. Oh, what's this? J. Paul Anderson says you started it. No, we did not. Yes, you did. You invaded Poland. Oh, for goodness me. Les Cliff says no, didn't get to the Great Glen. Oh, that's a shame. Because the Mammoth Team D did leave a lot of fish plates in the ditch on one of the sections because obviously somebody had been through in a van just chucking them out the window for us to actually lay the track. We left a lot where they lay. Patrick Furlong says I accidentally threw out my pills thinking the bag had empty boxes. No! Oh no! Ruben Ashwell says, oh yeah, my birthday is on Thursday, so I'm going to get Billy's replacement present. Happy birthday to you. You live in the zoo. You look like a monkey. And smell like one too. Alex Dent says, for my train set, instead of the adapter, I have the control and the train set wired up, or should I say Billy's replacement wires? A says that Billy's replacement mug went. Actually, I think we should have a Billy's replacement.
It will come out when we do the t-shirt, which is soon, which is basically as soon as Jenny lets me have some time off. She keeps me strapped to the chair in my office, just working on videos, just editing and editing and editing.
It's funny though how I can crank out videos so much quicker when I edit.
Yes, you can, Spielberg, but you don't do half-an-hour TV shows, do you? You do 5-minute videos.
Right. Larry Rogers says, will you be able to build a small 5-inch layout in your yard for the new locomotive?
Yes.
Yes, but small will be the word on the street for this. It's going to be a bit of a tight squeeze.
It's going to be a shunting layout.
Well, yeah, and actually what I really would like to get at some point in the future would be a battery-operated little shunting loco, so I can actually do shunting
I'd like to try and build something like a Gronk.
Okay, you do that then.
Okay. Les
Cliff says that Sky will be a yearly visit as I have family near Dunvegan, so we'll be going via Great Glen many times more. That is brilliant.
You know, this is the thing that I always wonder. A Great Glen suggests the existence of an average Glen and a smaller Glen.
No, surely it'd be a Great Glen,
and
an average Glen, and a mediocre Glen.
Yes.
Southern Train Girl says, happy birthday for Thursday, Ruben. Paul Murphy says, Jennifer, what month is your birthday in? Actually, March for me.
Don't tell people these things.
It's nearly the Cupboard Monkey's birthday.
Don't tell people these things.
Oh, wait a minute. Your birthday's before next Monday, Club. So, happy birthday to you. You live in a zoo. You smell like a lot of poo. And you are some poo too.
That's not very nice. I'm leaving now.
Yeah, okay. Well, and if you are leaving, don't feel free to bring something nice back up with you.
Okay.
We've actually found tins of pink custard. Strawberry flavoured custard, which is like, wow. So we need apple crumble and strawberry flavoured custard at some point, hint, hint. Patrick Furlong says, I already know when Cupboard Monkey's birthday is. Yeah, it's the 20th. 20th of September.
Yeah, stop giving people my security details.
What's that? And your favourite colour is pink. And your mother's maiden name is, who the heck are you? And why are you asking me these questions? Simon the Railway Enthusiast 83 says, my birthday is in March. And 57305 Northern Princess, great to see you. Says, it's my birthday next Monday. Oh my word. A has just very, very kindly given $5 on the super chat and says, open and pour one out for our boy Billy. He will never be a replacement in my heart. Oh, well, look, thank you ever so much. That is incredibly generous of you. And of course, we are currently, I say we, I'm saving up for what I'd really love to get is a 16-ton mineral wagon and 5-inch gauge to pull behind the 14XX to fill with coal. So that's my plan. Paul Murphy says, my birthday is in March, to Jennifer the 24. Logan Clary says, tubby custard.
Did somebody say drink something nice?
Hey there, Pluto.
Hello there. My name is Mickey Mouse. I've come to acquire all of this show for Disney. Ooh.
I think you need some kind
Disney!
of... I think you need some kind of lozenge for that voice. Hello, Hello, Pluto. Right, anyway, where did you get that anyway? I don't remember you having that before.
I got it last week in a charity shop.
Oh my word, there's nothing stopping you. Perfect Pixel says, loving the Monday Club, first time here. Welcome aboard, it's great to see you. Don't forget everybody to tickle that like button and share the stream as well. It's always great to see people new and old alike, and it's something that we've been here all the way through lockdown and also from before. Just really trying to keep people in the loop of everything Vitamin Train. Alex Dent says, Mickey Mouse, my best Disney character.
Yes, it is. It's very good. Yes, it is.
That is
agree.
that is not Mickey Mouse's voice.
Hello, Pluto.
Hello, Pluto. What are you doing? Finley Carden says, like and subscribe. Boom, thank you very much. Skipsy Trains, great to see you.
What are you doing?
Oh,
with that
Jenny.
cotton, Pluto?
Jenny and Zoe, I was born on Friday the 13th in December. Oh my word.
Congratulations, Jason.
Congratulations and salutations. Do. Oh right. Apparently Nightbot has just been granted access to my channel. How does that work?
Because that's what we were doing to set it up.
Oh right, that'll be why I've got an email.
Yes.
Oh, Jerry BVR says copyright strike.
What?
Oh, I think because you're doing the Disney thing.
Yes. I'm gonna strike everything. Strike one. Strike two.
You're talking whilst you're breathing in, and it doesn't
Yes.
sound right.
No, it doesn't. I can't do a Mickey Mouse voice.
Hello there, Pluto. Is that even close?
Yes.
Oh dear. I'll have to practice actually. Maybe I will get Mickey Mouse right. Oh, to think I used to do funny voices on the radio.
And now you just do funny voices.
Yes,
when you sleep.
yes. Rocker from the Backstreet says, did you know Billy's father was employed by LNER as a fireman, hence in his memory all speakers finished in black? Well, actually, Billy's father was William Loud Sr. And he actually founded the replacement gramophone horn industry. Exploring and Adventures goes, oh no, not Nightbot. Yes.
Respect my authority.
Finley Carden says, hi Jenny, went to Scotland and saw the famous lock where we lost a loco. Silver Lady, cough cough, great to see it. Gosh, I haven't actually been back, but I would love to go back. It must
They
be
won't
said.
let you back.
Well, maybe they'll let...
Scotland's told everyone that you're not allowed back because you left a loco in a lake.
But
And now
no,
there's this new.
it was a lock actually. We fished it out.
Yes, the loco of the lock. It's the new Arthurian legend.
We rolled it down mountains, and that thing was well beaten up when we were done. Right. So let's just recap on the news. Scale have shared the pictures of the fully finished Castle Cement PCAs. They look absolutely amazing. Always a great wagon from Scale, and of course the Jenny Monday Club MDV is imminent. I am expecting them expecting them at some point, probably next week would be my guess at the latest, but I was told mid-September, and next week is so at some point it will be sometime this week is mid-September, so it might be this week. But we are actually nearly sold out. The order fulfillment is being handled by Rails of Sheffield, so you can order with confidence, and it is a fully accurate BR livery of an MDV with a few embellishments that if you don't want those embellishments, fine, just tea cut them off. It's really easy to do, actually. You just get something like a Q-tip and some tea cut. I recommend you get the tea cut that isn't coloured. You can get like a neutral one that's good for all colour cars. And then you just very carefully rub until the printing comes away, and it should leave the finish underneath absolutely fine. Mark Hemmeldown MR, hi to you. Sky Eye says, are they making any more Great Model Railway Challenge? That's what got us started. As far as I'm aware, there's no current plans that I've heard of. They did start work on pre-production for Series 3, but that all got parked when we went into lockdown.
Yeah,
and I don't know what's happening.
I wouldn't be surprised if they don't even think about going back to it until after they know when all of this is over.
Yeah, I think the problem is that a lot of those kind of TV programs are a bit difficult to do in this environment. Now, as everything's starting to open up, I could guess what they would probably do is maybe next year. The format has rested, but then the other thing you've got to think about is the TV audience still receptive to that idea? That's one of the potential problems. That if the trends have moved on, they may deem it to be a spent format. I'd hope not. I mean, the Great British Sewing Bee rested for a while, then came back, so it's not to say that it couldn't. They did start that pre-production work for Series 3, even down to auditioning for teams and stuff. The one in, I think it was Holland, went ahead. I did have some contact with them. I haven't heard what the outcome was, but certainly, the format was sold abroad. Richard Swiderski and also Evan Terry are both asking about my new program. Now,
is that the one where you run Crime Watch as a shelf?
No, actually, that's the Hornby and Model Empire. That was the working title. I don't actually know what the proper title is. I am in the series finale, I think.
Yeah, you're the final boss.
Because, I'm the load-bearing boss. Because basically, that's what they've mentioned in the title of the emails when I've been talking to the editors. I filmed some extra content for that, and that's been sent over, and it's all had to be done remotely because of COVID. So it hasn't really felt like making a proper TV series. But thoroughly enjoyed it, got on really, really well with the crew, albeit that I've had to deal with them over email and Skype and Zoom, which is really most peculiar. But as it stands, I'm told everything looks great. Filmed some extra stuff, and all I've been told is autumn schedule. So watch this space. As soon as I know anything further, I will let you know. They are still editing it. They're well on with the editing, because essentially I got asked to film some more so that they could expand some stuff that they wanted to do. So it's looking good. All I know is I've been told that the stuff I filmed looks really great, but I'm sure they tell everybody that their bit looks great. Right. Mark Holt says, apparently the youths drink red wine with cola. Oh gosh, red wine with cola. That's a bit sophisticated. Red wine with cola.
How can youths afford both red wine and Coca-Cola?
This is the going, it's got a good nose. It's like a bouquet of flowers running through a field in the height of summer. And that's just the Coke. Right. Tim's Model Railway and different videos. Hi to you. Exploring an Adventure says, I think I remember the flu season is here. Yeah, that's something we're going to have to watch out for. And Simon the Railway Enthusiast 83, thank you ever so much for that comment. Jenny's Monday Club tonight has certainly cheered me up. Oh, thank you very much. Dongit's Mother Rose says red wine box edition. The sign of quality. So look at that. It just stacks on the shelf in my fridge. That is quality wine. Although Flymo Chairman 1 says not as good as cream soda and vodka. Again, these are banter says cheap red wine and roller cola. Oh, that sounds like something that you would subject people to, not willingly drink.
Yes.
Exploring
and now for the ordeal of the red wine and roller cola.
Yeah.
It's like, I take it back. I don't need to finish this quest.
Oh my word. And exploring and adventures, absolutely, yeah. Red wine and cola sounds disgusting. John posts this life. John posts the X's life. Red wine with cola is called Kalimotuxo. The name was invented in my hometown of Getso. Oh my word, there's a bit of there's a lot of X's going in there. We do very well on a Scrabble board.
Okay, to anyone who's having issues with the video for it dropping, we can't help that. Virgin Media are doing work in the area.
Are we getting some issues?
Yes.
Right.
It
So
just kind of dropped for a little bit there. I do apologise if anyone else has just noticed that. There's a bit of an issue. Virgin Media are doing work in the area. They may have started tonight. I know they're certainly doing stuff tomorrow.
if it's the usual bang-up job, they'll just basically open the fibre cabinet and go, "Yep, it's still screwed," and then wander off.
Yep, still working.
Kev McKay 85 says there's red wine with a shot of cold brew coffee, and that's quite nice. Oh my word!
That sounds lovely.
Not. Ruben Asheville says roller cola. That sounds like a drink you have when roller skating.
Oh, roller cola.
No, it's like basically little tiny bottles of cheap cola that you'd subject your kids to. Anybody else remember Panda Pops? With the blue one. Nobody knew what flavour it was, but it turned your tongue, your
Wasn't it
windpipe.
supposed to be
some kind of mixed
bubble gum?
Some kind of mixed E numbers. All I know is that if it turns your mouth that kind of colour, who knew what colour it was turning the rest of your insides? Right. Skipsy Train says me and the wife hit the Cider and Cheese Festival at the Isle of Wight Steam Railway. Ooh, good. Suffice to say, I was on Diet Coke and my wife was on Prosecco and Rosé. Ooh, not half. Timber Surf says, I drink Pernod and Coke, asked for it in a French bar, and nearly got lynched. Oh, that sounds to me like the story of...
So you're the reason everyone in Paris has been rioting.
That sounds like the story about going into a bar in the rough end of Glasgow, asking for a lager and lime, and the barman goes, "We don't do cocktails here." Oh, big hello to Kelly Ashford Trains, and we have got something for you.
Beep beep.
That sounds like it's laughing. And once more, because that is actually quite a cool sound. I like that. Wiven Model Railway says, anyone remember Cresta? It's frothy, man. God, I remember Cresta.
Yeah.
Oh, do you remember the Corona man with the Corona lorry with all the Corona pops as well?
No.
Back when Corona
I've
basically...
seen the photos, but I don't remember seeing that guy at all.
Oh, they used to come round. When I lived in Ystrygynlais in South Wales, used to come round every week in a TK Bedford with all these things like the Dayglow multicoloured fizzy liquids. Valley's 56XX, hi there. Sky Eye says, when I was a youth, we drank Thunderbirds. Did Scott Tracy not complain profusely when you did that to him? The Yorkie 007 says, loving the live feed, Jenny and Zoe. New member. Great to see you. It's always great to see all the new people and the old people as well. Don't forget that you can check out our merchandise. I should put a plug in for that. We did stick at the top, there's a little post, for one of the Gronk It Up t-shirts. We couldn't call it a Gronk It Up t-shirt, so it's listed as Diesel Lovers. The reason for this is because apparently the Aussies went and ruined it for everybody. It's like, nice one, Steve and Shirley. You went and ruined it by using the word gronk to mean something really offensive. But that is the Gronk It Up t-shirt. You can pick up your own. We've also got the Terrier Fest, Do You DMU, all that kind of stuff. So do also check out the full range of t-shirts and the mugs as well, because you're not a mug if you buy a Monday Club mug. Yay! Right.
You finished?
No, quite. But don't forget to tickle that like button, share the stream too, and also subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so, and you'll be the first to know about new videos as and when they go up. Within Model Railway had the Corona Man. Flymo Chairman 1 says, I miss the juice men and their lorries. Janie B says, taking the pop bottles back for the deposit. Do you remember that?
No.
And it used to be a really great... You didn't get so much littering with glass bottles then, because all the kids were like, not breaking that, that's worth 2p there, so I'm taking it back to the shop.
Yeah, you know why they stopped that? Because I don't.
Because it went over to plastic bottles, that's why.
Yeah, you see, all these... I'm going to take a hit at the older generation here. We get... our generation and the younger ones are always being attacked for being environmentally friendly, and we need to stop damaging the planet. And
we had glass bottles with a deposit that you just took back and they got recycled.
yeah, that's what the older people say. And the response that no one ever gives is, well, we didn't stop that. Why did you? Why did you stop being environmentally friendly? No, I'm not only you. I'm saying to the older generation that says, well, you're all lecturing us about being environmentally friendly. We used to recycle bottles. They, yeah, and then you stopped, and then there were problems. It's not our fault.
Thomas West says, hi Jenny, just pre-ordered one of your wagons. Can't wait for mine to arrive. Oh, well, that deserves a toot toot.
Okay, exploring and adventures. That was a little bit too much information.
What?
And I hope you do that in that order and not the other way around, because that would be a bit weird.
What? Oh, I'm gonna... there's like 2 girls in that one, and it's not a pleasant cup.
Yes.
Right, Southern Train Girl, hi to you. And Paul Murphy says, those Monday Club mugs look very good, Jennifer.
They are. They're a nice weight. They're
a proper mug.
Proper make. They're very nicely done.
Yeah, none of them fake mugs for us.
Yeah. Nice sturdy production.
Zoe, George Rose, Jennifer, have you tried the new train announcement generator software? Just installed it, and it's awesome. No, I haven't actually. Clive Cobold, hi to you. Gordon Hanning, can you still get iron brew in glass bottles? So you can still get iron brew in glass bottles, but you don't get any money back. They kind of stopped that deposit on things, which is a bit of a shame. Right, Within Model Railway says glass costs a lot more to transport, hence the move to plastic bottles. Yeah, and the thing with a plastic bottle, if you drop it, it does tend to bounce. The glass
I'll agree that the plastic stuff works very nicely. But my point is that we didn't do all this stuff to harm the environment. And the people that whine about us saying, can we save the planet, are the ones that caused the issues.
Oh, Egg Rider, actually. Yeah, this used to be a thing, actually. I used to live just behind a West Wales beach in a tourist area. We used to beachcomb for Corona bottles in the evening once the tourists went for meals. A steady income for us local kids. Yeah, and that was it. Pocket my kids actually had like quite a good little number. Because you'd you'd collect up all of the empty bottles and take them back. And that was your pocket money. Exploring an Adventure says, oh, for heaven's sake, one of the dirty bot chats are in this live chat and it's annoying.
Yeah, they are. We'll do what we can with them.
I thought they'd been nuked.
They have.
Davil says, anyone else got the Hornby 002 Rail and brand new Merchant Navy? I know a lot of people have been saying they've got that really, really good. I didn't get them this time round. I do have the Hornby 00 Duchess of Atholl from last time. They are really, really good. And that extra weight really does a lot for the adhesion, it has to be said. So that they can pull so much without even breaking a sweat. It really is good. Where are we? Mark Wilson, Council Pop.
Thank you so
water.
much, Bo Minnick. That's so generous.
Oh, thank you so much. Bo Minnick has very, very generously donated $5 on the super chat. It says, happy birthday, Zoe. I'm on September the 22nd. Oh, wow.
All the best people have their birthdays in September.
Apart from me. Actually, no, March.
No. All the best people.
All the cool kids are in
March.
March.
All the best people have their birthdays in September, Jenny.
No, all the cool kids are in March. It has to be said. Anyway, talking rubbish. Ian White says, double diamond was the drink in my younger days. Double diamond. None of them single diamonds for us. And Within Model Railway says, double diamond works wonders. Mike at Pudham Junction says, almost at the point of unboxing the trains from storage, would you recommend a slow run then light oil, or oil then slow run? I would say a light oil is probably a must. What I would suggest actually is a rolling road. It does make doing the initial maintenance really, really easy.
Rolling.
Because all you do is you put it on the rolling road, give it a quick poke, and then once it sparks into life, then take it off, light oiling, not a heavy oil, but a light oiling, and then put it back on the rolling road and let it run for a bit. Kelly Ashford Train says, 2 steamies are better than none.
Ham Shackleton, don't say things like that. We'll end up having to bring in the Nightbot again. He's
clean,
degrease, re-lube, and then run.
Lube.
Is that the recipe for a good night in?
Lube. It's such a dirty word when you think about it. Lube. It's like moist.
Pre-loved.
Oh, I hate that. Pre-loved. So what do you mean? Somebody's licked this? I don't want it. I did say that once when that started coming in as a thing. I remember seeing a stand at a model rail show and it went pre-loved items, and a guy was he actually. Oh my word! Oh, it's Kevin. Kevin's back. Hello, Kevin Cinderham. Steve's Railways is too steep. Oh dear. Milk Stout was drunk by Minnie Caldwell and Ina Sharples. Oh my word, Milk Stout. I never heard of that. Right. Right.
What were you saying about pre-loved?
Yeah, pre-loved. I remember when it first started coming in, a model rail show, and the guy was actually, he came round and went, would you like to take a look at our pre-loved stuff? And I said, what do you mean? Somebody's licked it? Ooh, somebody's taken it to bed? Ooh, I hope you washed it first. I was in one of my awkward squad moods at the time. Thank you very much, Kelly Ashford Trains. Much appreciated. Ruben Ashwell says, wow, you know who the troll is? It's not, to be honest, it's not difficult. It's one of about 6 people. So
yes, and
I thought
it may be and almost certainly is the one that we're aware has texted 11-year-olds.
Yes. But anywho, right. James Furman said you should have them in the machines. You should
have them in the ICA. The machines are usually by the entrance.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Steve's Railway is pre-loved and then vomiting face.
And we are bringing the bot in.
Yes, Botmaster 4000. Oh dear. Yeah, Kevin, just grow up. 57305 Northern Princess says Tizer was the drink of my youth. Yeah, I remember Tizer being a big thing, and then it wasn't. It's like Tizer became really, really non-trendy. AD Pullen, hello to you. Hello, so night to you. It's great to have you in. It's been really great having your company.
Nightbot should now be active.
Yeah, just be aware, Nightbot is in the building.
Yeah,
Botmaster. J. Paul Anderson, so who is the troll?
We're not going to name names because the fact is
because
that's
they
what
love
it
it
wants. But we are aware that it texts kids.
Yeah. Well, actually, I do have some screen grabs somewhere. I talked to collecting screen grabs from. There's a number of different trolls. Right. Mark Wilson says, "Don't say bot." Have you released the Kraken?
Yeah.
Oh well, it didn't
Give
work.
it a moment. It'll take a second to actually arrive.
Oh right, okay. Steve's Railway, hi to you. Richard's Iron Horse Railway says, Zoe, release the Kraken. I find it tremendously. I'm living rent free in these people's heads. It's like, I've got to go to the Monday Club. I've got to go to the Monday Club and cause trouble because people give a toss about my sad little existence. Is pretty much what they do. Mark Cross, who remembers Watney's Park? You always spilt more than you drunk trying to open the thing. That sounds like a party 7. Yeah, the keg 7. Oh my word. Kelly Ashford Train says, second troll reported, Jenny, I'll be your chat moderator if this continues. Shut down the stream. We're not shutting
No,
down
we don't
the stream.
shut down the stream because that's what it wants. There we are, the Nightbot has arrived.
Yeah, start timing everybody out.
Well, it's just... We'll deal with this person.
Yeah, no worries. Right. What I would say is, look, just be careful. Don't put emojis in the... It's not working.
Oh, well, that's just wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, well, in that case, it is the same one, so...
Oh, Harvey Price, we recognise your odious tang.
Yeah.
Right, Hythe Ken, I had a surprise on Saturday at 1640 when I saw the Rail Tour DEMU 1001 Hastings as it passed through Dover and along the cliff base towards Folkestone. Loud and spectacular, camera in car. No! And yeah, unfortunately, it's the same loser as last week. Right.
It's pathetic. It's a pathetic little non-human creature.
Yeah.
And we do know who you are. We will be dealing with you.
Yes, why isn't the Nightbot actually nuking them?
I don't know. I'll just deal with this creature.
Yeah, right. Anyway, news, just a recap for the news. Daypol have put out some images, some really great images of the B4 in O gauge. It looks to be an absolutely great model. And they've also shared some mock-ups of images, which really do look good for the liveries. A big thank you to A, who was really kindly on the super chat donated $5 says Billy breaks out the Glock on the trolls and other stories now on VHS.
That sounds lovely.
Yeah, Iron Horse Railway says quite clearly somebody has put 20p in the Wally. Definitely. Dreamer Lover 90 says, why did it sound like a dinosaur? What would that be? This? Evan Terry says, contact the police, maybe. To be honest, they probably love the attention. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go to prison. Oh, I love that. Might get some friends on the inside, especially if I bend down in the shower. Right. Phil Metcalf says, I think they were talking to each other.
This creature is pathetic.
Yeah. Nightbot's a bit useless.
Turned it off, it didn't work.
Yeah.
So I've just decided that the best thing to do is to contact the police.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing.
Seems we know who they are. It's about 6 people.
Well, yeah.
Exploring and Adventure says, thank goodness the Nightbot is in because I'd rather have an annoying cranky Nightbot than annoying spammers. Right, anyway, so the B4, let's go back to the news. The B4 in O gauge looks really great. The EPs are really great. They've shared 2 of the mock-up liveries. And they actually, in fact, no, I think they've shared more than 2. I saw 2, but I have a feeling if you go to their website, effectively any of the liveries that we've seen in 00, we're getting on the O gauge B4. Also, we got the PCAs from Acura Scale. We've got the livery samples of those in the flesh, and they look really great. Sky Eye says, Jenny, could you give my son Dave a shout out, please? A big hello to you, Dave. It's great to see you. I hope you are well.
Yeah,
Nigel Cole says, well done to the moderators. Definitely. Keeps them on the toes. James Furman says, don't worry, we're reporting them as well. Yeah, because to be honest, they need removing from YouTube.
They need removing from humanity.
And don't worry, Kelly. Don't worry. We'll deal with it. So, what other things are in the news? We had the narrow gauge show. Tings, Tings. That was on over the last weekend for all of the N-gauge lovers. What was interesting, though, what I took away from this was that the patronage wasn't quite as high as they were expecting. It was initially billed as being ticket only, and then they opened it up to being able to be paid on the doors. And what I've heard back from a number of the exhibitors and the retailers there was that footfall was not as high as was perhaps likely to have been expected. So everybody is now looking to the Great Electric Train Show in I think it's October next month to see just what happens there. A lot of people were predicting it was going to be absolutely heaving. But unfortunately, we don't know for certain until such time as the show goes ahead as to whether it's going to have some pretty heavy footfall. So watch this space. I think the Great Electric Train Show is... the Great Electric Train Show is going to be something that is going to be a real test of the water. We've had Worley. I was hoping to actually hear what was planned for Worley. It was cancelled, but certainly that weekend I'd heard rumours that there was going to be an actual some kind of online show for that weekend. I don't know what is actually happening. David J says, thank you for showing us the Cobalt S levers last week. They look amazing. I'm raiding my piggyback soon. I'm actually, whilst I'm reading that, I am playing with a spare lever. I've been doing a bit of refurbing work. And in a future video, I'm going to be showing you about the Cobalt S levers. They are literally the switch that switches everything. Each lever has a momentary passing contact switch plus 2 other on switches in each lever. You can paint them up to look like real levers in a signal box, and they are a great project. And what I'm going to be doing at some point is doing a project to make a kind of dummy little signal box interior. It's obviously out of scale for 00. I would guess that they're probably in scale, for something like either 3.5-inch or 5-inch gauge model railways. But certainly I just really like the idea of making what looks like a little signal box interior that you look through the windows onto the layout, and that will be a video in the future. Do stay tuned for that. I'm going to be doing a layout tour video for Wednesday's video. It's been a while since I've done that. I think it's about 6 months or so. So I'm going to just go around the layout and just show you what has been changing over the last 6 months on the layout that hasn't actually been shown in a specific video. So we've got Gwyn Reese Davies says, I've heard from organisers of smaller shows that there's been around a 40% footfall compared to shows pre-COVID. That is interesting. It has to be said. That is what is borne out by the narrow gauge show at Tings that was on over last weekend. So I suspect that actually maybe a lot of people are taking the view that they're not quite ready to go to a full-on show. This may be helpful for those people who do, because it will keep the crowds down. But Getz is going to be the big test of that. I'm also planning on doing a video coming up about building your own really ultra-realistic trees for a price that's under £1 per tree. So probably,
which actually is a really good deal when you think about it.
Yeah, and I'm looking at a pair now, and they'll be on the Wednesday video just to show planted on the layout. But that's another thing as well.
Oh, thank you so much, JJ Williams.
JJ really Williams, 1984, has very, very kindly donated £5 through the super chat. Says, hi all, hope all well. Absolutely, it's great to have you, and thank you ever so much for your generosity. Currently, I'm trying to put together to purchase a 5-inch gauge 16-ton mineral wagon to go behind the 14XX. Now, I was going to do a video on that, but it's currently sat on its side in my father's workshop, not for any underhand reason, but simply that my father needs to see the ins and outs of it, because he's building an Aspinall 242 tank locomotive. David J says, so I assume the S lever can change the points and signals at the same time, Jen. Absolutely. The S lever would let you change the point, it would let you change the frog polarity of the point, and it would let you change a colour light signal.
But can it
all at
reverse
the same
the polarity of the neutron flow?
Yes, yes it can. They also come with a little daughter board which gives you a breakout point, which allows up to, I'm just looking at it now, up to 3 items on each of the switches. So you could actually switch 9 items natively from it in banks of 3 effectively. So you could have 3 on items all changing at the same time. That could be frog polarity for multiple points, multiple signals, and also multiple let me start again. Multiple points as well. Right, Paul Murphy says Jennifer should turn on subscriber-only text to stop trolls. They're really sad. They then subscribe and wait the 20 minutes and turn back up. Right, Ben Tullett says, have you asked DCC Concepts to do a rolling road for 5-inch gauge locos? I jokingly asked it, and the answer was a no. But there's already manufacturers on the market that do rolling roads for 5-inch and also 7¼ inch, and they're not too badly priced. When you consider you only need a couple for that, it's like about 25 quid per axle. Perfect Pixel says, please give my dad Mark a shout out. So a big shout out to Mark. It's great to see you. You take care, and it's great to have you in the stream. Worthington Model Railway has very kindly donated $20 US for the 5-inch fund. Oh wow, thank you ever so much. It is really great, and thank you so much for your generosity. And all of this does go a long way actually towards buying that wagon. So I am really, I feel honoured by all of you. In fact, what we probably need to do at some point is maybe in the bottom of the coal wagon we will write everybody's names, and then it will trundle around the tracks with people's names underneath.
Yeah, why not? We'll get a little plaque.
Yeah, actually a plaque would be nice. Flymo Chairman 1 says, subscribe, hit the bell and choose all for notifications. It's free. Just give them notifications to watch and stick one in the eye to the trolls who really don't like seeing other people get successful.
And that is
Exploring and Adventures says, I'm going to make me a cup of tea. I don't know what tea I have. And Earl Grey, Dark Grey and Empress Grey. You decide, Jenny and Cupboard Monkey.
Well, clearly it has to be tea Earl Grey hot.
I don't like Earl Grey. I like tea that you put milk in.
I did like that as a Deep Space Nine comment. One time Garrick says, I'd like to go back in time and meet this Earl Grey and tell him something about tea.
Mark Holt says, is 5-inch gauge track pre-built or all scratch built? You can do both.
Yeah.
The railway where I go to a lot, they actually make their own track, but you can also buy it from Maxi Track, do some very fine Ranger track. Thank you ever so much to Steve's Railway, very generously donated £1.79 on the super chat. Says, my first time here, sorry it's not much. Look, don't worry.
Never feel like
we
you
always
have to
say there is no obligation to donate on the super chat. Imagine it as being like the open violin case in front of the busker on the underground. You can walk past it, it doesn't matter. You can enjoy the music, you don't have to give, but everything that you do give is very gratefully received. Thank you ever so much for your generosity. Green Reese Davies says, every penny counts. Absolutely. And I think somebody did ask about the wagons. They do come both as kits and ready-made, depending where you get them from. The actual the trick is to find somebody else's slightly unfinished project. Now, it's an interesting thing about 5-inch gauge and probably 7¼ inch gauge as well, is that if you get somebody's unfinished project, regardless of how close to being finished it is, it tends to kill the price by about 50%. And this is what I've been told. My father, for example, actually bought somebody's almost rolling chassis. So it's the full chassis, all the plans for an Aspinall 242 radial tank. It's got all the wheels, it's got the crankshaft, it's got the radial axles all machined and in place. It's got a whole host of all of the smaller fittings and the entire frames, the buffer beams, the buffers, the drawbar gear, and he paid £250 for that. And that is just an absolute steal, to be honest with you. And what we were told is there is very little market for part completed projects. Once they're complete, that's when the big money comes in. But if you're prepared to actually put a little work in, even if it's a tiny, tiny bit, the model could be like 98% complete, and it still would attract nowhere near what a complete model would. There's a brake van over there. Could you just
Was it broken?
It's come off the track. So, as the train comes down here, it's being naughty here. Big hello to Laura. Great to see you in there. It's always nice to see people who may not necessarily comment too much, but it's really great to see you. James Gibson says, I'm subbed, been here for a while now. It's really nice to see some new names in amongst some of the old hands as well.
Absolutely.
And as we
nice
always
to see
say,
people.
the Monday Club is inclusive of everyone. It's one of the reasons why we get targeted by trolls, because they don't like inclusivity and they don't like other people having a good time. So the best thing you can do to stick one in the eye to the trolls is subscribe to the channel, tickle that like button, and also share all the videos far and wide, because that will really make the troll go.
Oh, hello to James Furman and his pixelated Riker for his profile picture. Excellent.
Subscribers Survivors Club, absolutely. Laura says a brake van broke. Absolutely. Hold on.
Manty1956 says, does your father have a complete machine shop at his home, Jenny?
He does.
Yeah.
He has got a Colchester student lathe, a Tom Senior milling machine, plus on top of that he's got a whole host of other bits and pieces and machinery and things for doing other things.
It's amazing what he's been able to build with that stuff as well.
Absolutely.
Putting together those steam engines was just amazing.
Yeah, I think the Sidenholz got bored of being a troll. Oh no, wait, he's basically like, got to subscribe to troll. So we've got about 15 minutes before the troll turns.
Don't start, Jen. He's not worth your time, because
It's not worth it.
let's face it, he's not worth anyone's time.
Ruben Ashwell says, I've got no more Pepsi left. This was on the Billy's Replacement Speakers drinking
You
game.
have to try water. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Who gets wasted on that? Iron Horse Railway says, who would win out of Chakotay and Riker?
Riker,
Why?
because it's Riker.
He would
Riker has a maneuver. Chakotay doesn't
yes.
have a maneuver.
Yeah, that's an interesting point, actually. The next generation have all the manoeuvres. There's the Picard manoeuvre. There's the Riker manoeuvre, which is basically where you mount...
Find somewhere to rest your leg.
Yeah, mount a chair in a sexually suggestive way. Clive Cobold says, hi Simon the Railway, I'm doing fine, thanks. Oh, sorry, I'm halfway into conversations there. Evan Terry says, ooh, nice. Wiven Model Railway says Chakotay. Ooh, controversial. Iron Horse Railway says, I agree.
I have to say, Chakotay got a bad reputation for being boring on the show, but to be honest with you, he was a decent, dependable, reliable guy who got the job done in a very bad situation.
Ah.
So, Chakotay's actually a good first officer. The fact that he was a member of the Marquee doesn't seem to turn up an awful lot. And it should have, but he was a decent written character. Anyway, it's 8:30, Jen. Could you turn the sound off, because I can't hear when
that's a
it's
shame.
background. You know what? I've got spatial deafness, so I can't hear properly.
Okay, right, so we're... gosh, it's gone round quick, hasn't it?
Yes.
Also, we've... actually, no, there is another bit of new... Oh, we've lost another camera.
Yes,
So,
these things happen.
we thought we'd cured that problem, so
Yeah,
we're
and
going to
then
go
Windows
to that.
updated and broke it again.
Right, says Kelly Ashford Train says, now I'm happy. We aim to please, and that is the
And
aim
if you
of
could
the
aim
Monday.
too, please.
Yeah. So just, and if your aim isn't very good, do mop up after yourself. But it is that time.
Disney!
You stop it. If that lands on my railway, then I'll have to go
Oh,
downstairs.
they were for you!
I'll have to go downstairs and start licking all of your game inlays.
No! or as we like to say on this channel, no!
No. Right, we're at the stage where we're going to be showing some of your videos, and this is the great point in the stream. Oh my word,
goodness.
the Yorkie 007 has incredibly generously donated £8.99 on the super chat. Thank you ever so much for your generosity.
Thank you so much. Walter Road says, how did you put it in sub-only mode? It's just in the settings. When you're going on the live stream, where is it? Customization.
Yeah.
And it just gives you the participant modes of anyone or subscribers. And that's how we did it.
Where is the TARDIS?
I don't know. Why don't you look?
The Doctor has disappeared. Right, but yeah, let's try putting it somewhere it might be seen.
Seen.
And seen. But now it is
Come on, says James Furman.
Right. Is James Petson? I've missed James Petson.
I believe he is here, but
hello. I
sure.
approve if James Petson is in the building. And also his new junction normally listens to the stream whilst working somewhere. So just a big hello to everybody. Right, we're at that stage of the night where we are going to be showing some of your videos. It's that time when it's the opportunity for you to be showcased here on the Monday Club in front of a live studio audience. As you know, it's a really great way of getting noticed on YouTube. I know how difficult it is for newcomers to
and that's why we do it. We want to give everyone the chance to showcase
not just
their
that.
stuff.
And there's some really great stuff out there that doesn't necessarily get noticed.
Which is exactly what I'm talking about. We want to help everyone to see what is good in the community, and that's why we do it.
Definitely.
So I've got to now bring up the buttons and press the things and make the toggles go all woggle and things like that. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
But you don't. Nobody else does.
So that's all sorted out. And if Jumpy Stream says Bento, that is because I am on with bringing up the stuff. Oh, Jenny, have you been eating my chewy sweeties and now you can't talk? Well, that's what you get for pinching my sweeties.
Valley's 56XX says TARDIS on layout. Absolutely, he has landed on the tracks. He'll have to be very careful there. And Mark Holt says thank you to all the donators. Absolutely, we couldn't do this without the generosity of so many people. And one thing actually that I think a lot of people they tend to rally when idiots turn up. Everybody rallies against them, and actually, it just makes me stronger. Oh dear. Right. Going to the dog says greetings, Dickie NJ. Michelle78, big hello to you.
We've got one here from Tim's Mall Railway saying, what are you eating, Jenny? Jenny is
sticky sweet.
eating what I tend to pick up, which are gummy mix. We went down to Heron Foods, just bought, basically they're the offshoots, the bits that you can't, for some reason, fail quality control for size, shape and consistency, but which are perfectly edible sweets. Which is my way of getting stuff and enjoying it. And then Jenny doesn't normally like it, but she's nicking them anyway. Michelle78 says, watching while scratch building. Oh, that's quite a skill. You don't like scratch building, do you, Jen?
And depends what. Buildings, new.
Buildings, no.
But
Trains,
I
no.
like scratch building. Things like trees and scenery.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Sorry, I'm actually.
Everything is slowing down because I'm trying to bring all this up. The biggest problem is we've got a huge amount of stuff that just won't load.
I'm just looking here at. I can't share it with you, but there's a new product I've been sent pre-production images of, and that looks really nice. So watch this space.
Is it the new the overweight controller with bend over and take it action?
No, it's not.
From the Larry the Locomotive range.
Simon Davies says, hi Jennifer, hi all. Joining you after a busy day. My snack is less exciting. A tangerine. Don't knock a tangerine. Sometimes
I like a tangerine.
You used to get them at Christmas. No, it's a Satsuma. I tell a lie, it's Satsuma. Perfect Pixel says, can we have a sweet? Yeah, sure.
We'll
Yeah.
DCC it to you.
Decent. Yeah, oh, this is what happened when the Cubber Monkey gets like a technical term and just runs with it without
I'm sorry,
understanding
but
it.
no,
at all.
I am from the IRC
Sweetie?
chat room days of the early internet.
Sweetie?
DCC meant direct chat connection.
Did
That's
it?
how you sent files.
Okay. So Clive is heading up. Clive Cobalt says, guys, I have to go now. See you all next week. Please stay safe and well, guys. Goodbye for now, Clive in Northern Ireland. Oh, interesting. Now, I love this. This is from Shanghai 264359. So this is the first of the videos that is being sent in.
Yes, so I'm going to bring that up.
Shanghai 264359 has been a stellar contributor to the channel. Always great to
So if you want
see
to
the
jump
stuff.
over, this is him running his Hornby Railroad P2.
And the EFE Rail BT Well tank, and bought them both after seeing my great reviews. Thank you ever so much. Now I'm just going to, just so I can keep an eye and make sure that we haven't gone offline or anything, I'm going
I'm
to...
always monitoring it. Oh, here we go.
They are great locomotives. Now I know we're getting...
eye-catching design.
Now I know that we are getting an all new, all singing, all dancing P2 from Hornby. Now we have seen some livery mock-ups of those. Those look absolutely great as well. But I actually really like the older Railroad model. It's been around a while. It really is the bread and butter in the Hornby Railroad range, along with the Mallard. And it really, really does work well.
I like
And the
this
BT
layout.
well,
It's
oh,
so
it's the
nice.
green one.
Oh,
That
you do, you
and
love the BT
I know
well
that
tank.
it got rubbished by another YouTuber in their reviews, but actually I've had no problems whatsoever with mine. And I know a lot of other people have said, you know, it's actually a pretty great little model. It's really easy to DCC fit, and I just love that livery. I don't think we've had the BT Well tank in a green livery before, so this was really quite a pleasant surprise, to the point where I was actually quite surprised that originally Kerner Model Centre never actually offered it in that livery.
Huh.
Right. Richard Swiderski says, great layout of models. Fly My Chair One says, third radius looks... Oh, is that something derailing?
No, it's just having trouble getting around that corner.
Alex Dent says, breaking news, the Gauge O Guild have organised an event. The Virtual Model Railway Exhibition, 6th November. Don't miss it. I am a member of the Gauge O Guild. Oh, brilliant.
Is anyone else hearing that? Like at the start of Wizard of Oz?
What?
Not the Lollipop Guild.
No.
I'm sorry, but I've just got we welcome you by the Gauge O Guild. Right, jump back.
Oh, sorry.
Otherwise, we're going to see what you've been watching on YouTube, which appears to be a lot of people falling into lakes. Have you been watching fail videos again?
I may like the Schadenfreude.
What have you broken this time?
Just juice us back up, would you?
Hey, I can't take her anywhere, guys.
Well, you can, but you have to take me back afterwards.
Breaking everything. So much broken. So many things breaking. Okay, so I'm just going to copy the link and open this up, and here we go.
James Gibson says that's a lovely looking layout. Absolutely.
I always love this one. So,
Oh, we've lost another camera.
this is East Coast Stream.
So I'm just going to try another camera. Just pause it. Wow, this looks nice. The Pinzgauer Lochalbahn Steam trip behind Bosnia-Herzegovina State Railways. Oh, interesting.
Wow.
We
it's
appear
East
to have
Coast
lost
Steam.
all the cameras apart.
What?
Right, make it full screen quickly.
I am.
Sorry.
There's yours. Right, I'm bringing it up. Come on, let's just keep calm, Jen. Keep calm.
Sorry, yeah, as soon as I pressed the button, you then changed the thing.
Yeah, well, you didn't tell me what you were doing.
We lost all the cameras, it seems, apart from the
There-
me cam.
There is a big issue at the moment with the cameras. Basically, Windows has updated again and caused problems, and we didn't have time to fix it.
This is really nice, actually. It's always lovely
I'm amazed
to
by
see.
how real it looks.
Yeah, it's because it is. But it's always nice to see these overseas railways. Now, this looks like narrow gauge, but I love the little four-wheel coaches. So would this be like meter gauge or something else? I'm not quite sure, but certainly...
Look how real that is.
Oh,
What's wrong?
is this being a pain in the bottom? Right, just reset it, would you?
Yeah.
Yes, Iron Horse Railway says Infinity Stream, so I can see the back of my head.
The worst part of those infinity mirror effects is when one of them turns around and gives you the finger, and then all of the others blame you.
Has that happened to you a lot?
No, I'm just
really
making it
nice.
up as I go along, Jen.
Oh my word. Vobert Becking, hi to you. Says keep calm and carry on. Heartfilia Railway says hi Jennifer. And there was a comment from Laura, but we got distracted. So Laura, if you type it again, I will read it out. I did spot there was a comment. I was about to read it out and then something happened. Nigel Cole says, wow, that looks almost real.
How do you get away with it, Nigel? And whenever I do that,
Because you're the monkey of cupboardness. This is really and like hanging out the window
relaxing,
shots.
isn't it?
Yeah, I could watch stuff like this all day, especially with weather like this. Jennifer Garrett says that line to Crimmel is now closed. Bad flooding and landslides a month or two ago. I do hope that they repair it. I hope they repair it. I'm sure they'll repair it.
Yeah.
This might take a little while. Andy 1962 says beautiful Continental Steam Railway. You did check that the sound's not on.
The sound is not on. I can see it from the thing that says no sound.
Okay.
And I can also tell from the fact that no one is complaining about Billy's replacement speakers.
Okay. Laura
This is
says, hey
lovely.
Jennifer and Zoe, I'm almost 3 months into HRT and last month it was doubled to 1 milligram. Excellent.
Congratulations.
Definitely. And it's one of those things
It's a long
where
road, but it's worth it.
it's a long road, but once you're on the start, then it's a great feeling. Sue at Puddin Junction says, lovely, you expect Julie Andrews to appear at any moment. I must admit, it does make me think of Switzerland.
It does. I'm going to jump it on a bit. It's a 20-minute video. I have linked it. So
Oh, wow.
I suggest everyone goes and has a look because it's lovely.
So it's like a full run on this thing.
Oh,
This
look
is really
at that.
nice. David Scott says, great little railway. A friend lives at Uttendorf, which is the next station down the line. Train is approaching her house. Wow.
Wow.
That I mean,
is lovely.
it's really, really nice. It looks like, yeah, there's like a siding there for loading what look like logs or something.
Yeah, Stefan Svensson says, I think this is from Austria and may well be.
Right. Kelly Ashford Train says, if I share a Llangollen Railway video, Jenny, promise me you'll let everyone hear 3802 hard at work. The trouble is getting the sound levels right. We just can't do it because we can't hear the sounds in advance.
Yeah.
Which means we've got no way of actually setting the sound levels.
Yeah.
And
This is wonderful.
this is really nice. So certainly this is a video to go and check out if you want a relaxing trip on just like a virtual trip on a railway. Laura says 7 weeks in and my skin got so smooth. It does that.
It does,
yeah.
doesn't it? It's an interesting experience going through
It
the
is,
transition.
yeah. I remember with fondness those 20 years ago.
Oh my goodness, don't make me feel old.
Yeah.
I remember when my skin was smooth, now it's kind of wrinkly.
Yeah, then you get old.
Okay,
Right.
can you jump back?
I've got to find a camera that works.
I don't
I'm
know
going
if
to
you
try
knew that.
camera 3, so apologies if the screen's just gone blank. Oh, no, camera 3 does work. Woo!
Yay!
So he says that it looks like the gauge of the line is 600 millimeters, so that's 3 feet. So if you're looking to model that in HOM, which Tillig do HOM track, really great. Pico do too, but certainly Tillig track, all the range pretty much is in stock in both Rails of Sheffield in the UK and DCC Concept. So if you want to get some of the best track in model form that's ever been released, all the point work and everything, then that's where you can get it. Flymo Chairman 1 says 2 feet. Yeah, you'd look strange with 3 feet. Some kind of tripod.
Oh, I don't know. Triped.
Well,
Did you say triped or triped? Okay, this one's from Gwion Rhys Davies. It's not a video.
Okay.
It's a set of
Ooh.
photos.
That looks like Ivor the Engine. Oh, what? Oh, right. It's just
Due to COVID pandemic, our club premises are closed.
Okay,
that's
right.
No problem. Right, jump
okay.
over to it.
Jumping over as we speak.
So what have we got here?
Oh, I
What
like
is
that.
this?
It's Ivor the Engine.
Right, so I've got a message from Gwion. It says, not a video to be exact, but plenty of photos and a short time lapse of the build of the forum. For context, I took part in a diorama building competition at the Wally Model Club the other month with only 5
brilliant.
hours to build a 20 by 20 centimetre diorama.
Wow. I love the look of that. Particularly good static grass as well. Kelly Ashford Trent says these technical difficulties must be a headache for you.
Yeah, we do have a few
absolutely.
issues here and there. It's just one of those problems that comes with doing everything live
Yeah.
with equipment that's basically made to run spreadsheets.
Heartfilia Railway says, new to your channel, Jennifer. So happy to subscribe. Loving the layout. I wish mine was that big. It's been a long time in coming, it has to be said. And really, it was only the fact that I spotted that our house had a big unused loft space that actually...
Right, I see what this is now.
Oh, there's the design.
So there's the original sketch, which is rather cool.
Oh, is that Ivor the Engine?
And a CG design build.
Oh, that's very nice. That is so good.
And then the finished wow!
That is lovely.
That is amazing, isn't it? How long did you say you had? 5 hours to build a diorama.
But Gwion is a veteran of Great Model Railway Challenge, so he's like he's
Yeah, but
he's
even
good.
so, that's still
A 5 hour
really
build. That
good.
is impressive. Very, very impressive.
That
it has
is
to be
lovely.
said.
That is really
On
lovely.
a scale model scenery, ready-made modular baseboard, really, really great
That is
products as
fantastic.
well. So thank you very much for sharing that with us. Certainly, there's some 3D printed Ivor the Engine. So the building is it 3D printed?
The front is.
That is really nice.
Wow. I would not. You know, 3D printing has come on so quickly that I
That
would
is
not have
lovely.
said
Look at
that
that,
was.
look at that.
Yeah.
That is really, really nice. So
That is amazing.
Ruben Ashwell is apparently doing
Oh.
Ivor's sound effects. Wasn't that like chuff, 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 chuff?
And it looks amazing.
That
That's
is well decorated.
So well done.
Oh, I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. And Valley's 56XS. There's lovely, that is.
Here we go. Watch on.
Here, there.
So we're now going to grab the link because this is the time lapse.
Oh, right. Brilliant. Right. Are we... hold on. You should have warned me that you were going to do that because I hadn't changed the camera.
What? So all the stuff I was looking at, you didn't see.
No, as in the technical. It's yes, everybody saw everything, including you picking the technical stuff. Oh right, so there's a
That was the
full time lapse there. That was actually really, really good.
That was
Grian says it
wonderful,
was all
thank you.
3D printed.
And it's amazing. You've
That is
done a
really,
great
really
job.
good.
You really
Good work
have.
there.
Thank you so much for sharing that.
So Grian, are you involved with the series that filmed beginning of this year that's going out in the autumn on the Yesterday channel? Because if not, it's a shame really, because you'd have been the perfect person that they were looking for that TV show. Because some of they love like way out there builds, and that would have gone down really well. Right, so what have we got
next
here?
up from Charles Gibbs is just one photo.
This
It's a C-Class at Wesley Tor on a misty morning.
Oh, Misty.
Oh,
Oh, right, okay.
Oh
I'm
my
just moving
goodness.
over to that
how
angle.
good is that?
And then this photography effect does work wonders, definitely. Michael Pollitt says, "Hi Jenny, got to go now. Take care and tell the trolls to stick their heads where the sun don't shine." Definitely, I think after we named the right one.
Yeah, you ran off.
Yeah, he ran up, going, "Mummy, mummy, mummy." Right. Gwion Rhys Davis says, "No, I never heard about it." Oh, that's a shame, actually. I'm
Well,
sure.
if it happens again, I think they'll be looking for you.
Because I
They'll be
got,
hunting you down with a
I'm trying to
net.
remember how it happened. They got in touch with me because I'd do all the YouTubey stuff. That's how they found me. But yeah, certainly, I'll if anything else comes up, if I get offered another gig doing model railway building type things, then certainly I'll drop you a line.
Yeah.
Underground Eric says, I'm gutted about the show. I presume you were on about. They asked me about doing something, but I decided to rip my layout up and start again. If that
What,
is
when
the
they asked you, think, no, I'm going to rip it up.
the TV company's called Rare TV. They're what used to be. What was it? It's the one that my sister used to work for. But
Oh, like I know.
I'm trying to think what they were called before. But Rare TV, and it's the Yesterday satellite channel. David Finley says, Jenny, Zoe, will you guys be at the East Lancs this weekend? No immediate plans, but it might be something. We'll see what our schedule's like, possibly for the Sunday.
I'm pretty sure my parents are visiting.
Oh, in that case, well, we could see if they want to go. This is lovely. Look at that in the snow.
So we've got a message to go with these.
Yeah.
Gordon McDonald says, following on from last Monday's programme, I did have an O gauge in the garden. However, it suffered frustratingly with endless poor electrical pickup continuity between the local wheels and rails. The 32mm track had to be scrupulously clean or power would be interrupted. You know all about that, don't you?
Yes, definitely.
G-Scale does not seem to have this problem, possibly because the locos are significantly heavier.
Yes.
And not oddly enough, do I find, does double O. Hence, I eventually adopted both G-Scale and double O in the garden, and part exchanged all my old gauge to Trevor at Cheltenham Model Centre. This picture is of an old gauge Lima D6506, which bizarrely seemed to like the snow.
See, I found the trick was if you knew it was going to snow, then you could actually clean the track the night before, let it snow overnight, and then actually the track was clean under the snow, and it meant that the train could just charge through quite well. But you needed to get lucky, which I did once.
Yeah.
Simon Davey says, I find it sad that trolls do what they do. That said, whilst being new to your channel, I think your streams are some of the best on YouTube. Oh, thank you very much. I'm also rather excited to discover you are a fellow writer. Absolutely. And of course, my books are still available as well. And
I believe
thank you for
you're
the
not
opportunity.
the only writer in the regular chat as well.
I know, because you got a book from one of the other guys as well.
Flymo, I think it was.
So thank you for sharing those pictures. It's actually really quite an evocative scene. That works.
Have you switched back over?
I have now.
Okay, I'll jump to the next one.
So that looks really, really great.
Okay, we have...
David Findley says, I'll be there on the Saturday, hopefully. If we do go, it would be the Sunday, because I'm working at DCC Concepts on the Saturday, unfortunately. Oh, big hello to J94. We were missing you. We did wonder where you were.
Hello.
But it's great
Welcome
to
back.
see you. Welcome to the stream. It's always great to see you. David Frindley says, off for the Sulzer Sounds, had 26007 and 27001 at Keithley and Worth Valley Railway last Friday. Oh wow, I've actually got a model, the Hellion model of 27001 in the weathered BR green, which I actually really like as a model. J94 says, hi Jenny and Zoe and everyone else in the chat. Sorry I'm a bit late. Don't worry about that. We have a...
Gandalf?
A Monday clubber is never late, Frodo Baggins, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Thanks, Gandalf.
Where did that voice come from?
From Gandalf.
It's quite creepy that Gandalf is living up here. Oh, it was Ham Shackleton was the book guy.
That's it, yes.
Right. So what have we got? We've got Patrick Hill Station. And this is how-to tutorial to scratch build an oil stroke diesel tank from simple materials.
Which I
and
think
these
will
are
go down
always really,
very,
really
very
great.
well.
What I would suggest is if people take a note of the link, we'll
Yes.
show a little bit, because obviously we aren't able to play the sound, but you'll
All the
get a
entire
gist.
Video. It's like 18 minutes long,
Yeah. But you'll get the gist here. But certainly these
is
are really... it looks like a card. Yeah, it's a piece of card. It's got brickwork that's been scale seams brickwork glued on the side. But this is actually a really great way of actually building things relatively inexpensively,
Which is
for your
always
model.
what we need.
Definitely, and it's one of the reasons that I want to do the video on the trees, because I know trees can get very, very expensive. Thank you ever so much, Flymo Chairman 1, for sharing the links. Don't
Plastic
forget,
cement. I do use plastic cement myself. For
actually,
a fair amount of things.
Humbrol have just sent a load of stuff over, including, I think, some of that stuff.
Yes.
So we're going to be having a big video reviewing some of the Humbrol range of products, including the weathering powders. Really, really looking forward to getting to grips with those. Rocker from the Backstreets, absolutely, totally agree with you on that one as
yes,
well.
but what I was actually doing was testing whether it was the same person.
Yeah, it was. Because we
there's
knew who they were.
Yeah, there's two types of trolls. There's one that just comes in and tries to disrupt, but that one, it was personal for them, and I wanted to make sure it was them before we did the next step of what we need to do.
What's the After 8 thing? It's just like asking for a friend, but that looks really nice, whatever they were.
That he's going to be using these as various either
Well,
weights or parts.
No,
for the stuff.
they're going to be like tanks. You use them as the basis.
What he's doing
for the
is
tank.
a great idea.
And there's I've seen some great stuff done with washing up liquid bottles. You know, like the fairy liquid bottles.
Use it to make a rocket and things like that.
No, but you can actually use them to make
So I'm
things like
jumping this
silos.
up.
And there's the finished
Wow.
thing. Brilliant.
Guys, I've put the link in the chat. I think we all need to have a look at this because that
Definitely.
looks amazing.
And it just shows you that.
And I'm reminded now of what your friend Melanie did for the Scratch Build Challenge.
Yeah,
On,
and that was
Great
the
Modern Railway Challenge.
And that was it came in for a lot of stick from some people, not everybody, but some people. But I get what they were doing. It was about showing you how modelling didn't have to be expensive. And this is with the sprue. I've made so much pipe work from sprue. It is such a great helpful material for doing all of this. I've also made some lamps as well. I made a load of yard lamps.
Hold on, he's got electric circuits and all sorts here. This is going to be this is going to be an amazing build. Anyway, thank you so much for linking this. That looks
Those bricks
so
have turned
good.
out well.
Right, do you want to move back so we can jump
Definitely, yeah. And Cozzy118 BMK says, "Hi all. I ordered a mug last week. Excellent. Thank you for the support. Don't forget, you all can take a look at the merchandise and purchase t-shirts, hoodies, and the mugs as well as stickers. Great for going on the lids of laptops. I think you've got Do You DMU and Gronk it up on the lid of your laptop there.
I do. I have Do You DMU. I have Gronk it up. I don't have the Terrier Fest, but I do have a Breaking Bad minion and a pair of vampire lips.
Oh, interesting. Laura says the Lima O-Gauge 33 was sold with TGV bogies, which didn't occur until 1990, when 33115 became 83301, was fitted with TGV bogies to test them for use under the Eurostar. Interesting. Chris Usher, evening to you. Iron Horse Railway says...
Can I just say one thing?
What?
Henry Van Vick, I think that's how you pronounce his name. He says, here's a link to another video I recently took of some trains on the upper level of my South American Railways layout.
Ooh.
But he didn't send the link.
What did he send?
That's a link to his website.
Ah, you've forgotten to send the link. But,
yeah, I would love to play it, but we haven't got it.
So if you're able to resend the link, we will we'll be...
Oh my goodness, Hythe Kent, thank you so much.
Thank you ever so much, Hythe Kent. Incredibly generous, donating £4.49 on the Super Chat. Hythe Kent says, I'm landscaping and need buildings, etc. to be removable. Any suggestions for thin, strong bases to attach things to so they can be lifted off intact? You could use either a sheet of plastic card or even just like heavy duty card. Now, Hobbycraft do sell, it's like 2mm thick, hard, heavy duty card. I've used it for a lot of scratch building when I have done that for buildings. And it's also quite good for making bases out of.
Have you also considered, now, people are saying magnets would attach things together, and that's true. But if you want something very simple that won't potentially affect any electronics or anything else, small pieces of wood, like as cut off of a dowel, to essentially go into a hole in the base.
For positive alignment. Yeah, to slot them in. Yeah, that would work. So it almost has like legs.
Yeah.
You could also use another thing. You can use baseboard PowerPoint dowels. Might be a bit on the expensive side, but to positively locate things, they're sold. A number of companies do baseboard dowels. I will mention DCC Concepts because I do work for them, but other suppliers are available, and that may also be an option. If you you can get plywood down to some quite thin gauges, so
Yes.
that is also another option for bases for buildings. Valleys 56XX says lots of good videos and pics there. Thank you very much.
We try.
David Scott says good night all. Catch you all again next week. Look, you take care. It's been great having your company. Chris Usher says who's going to get Great Electric Train Show? Now I will
Who's
be
gonna get
there,
what?
but just bear in mind I will be technically working, so I won't be able to talk too much because I will technically be on the clock for DCC Concepts, but I will be there. Kelly Asher Train says, don't let the Phantom of the Opera hear. Oh, you've been singing again. She says, sometimes singing refreshes me.
I
Heartfiller
used to
Railway.
think that, but Jenny says actually it might refresh me, but it hurts everyone else.
Interesting. Heartfiller Railway says, is your layout DCC computer controlled? I'm guessing it takes a lot of programming with so many running lines. Funnily enough, no. It is running on DCC. There is no computer control. What I am doing instead, the 3 trains that you will see going up, stop, down, back, and stop, they are running on the DCC Concepts ABC shuttle modules. Here is one here that is not installed. That's all that it needs. And you gap the track for the little stop sections. Set 1 CV on the Zen Black decoders that are in the locomotives, and they will just shuttle to the heart's content forever. And really quite cheap and inexpensive, really effective. And effectively what they then allow you to do is just have trains that just shuttle around always to the same spot, because it's not a time-based shuttle, it's a location-based shuttle. And that means that you can have a lot more trains running with no effort required. There's 7 trains constantly running up here, but there's only 4 continuous tracks. Right.
Okay, next up we have a very interesting one from Worthington, and it's, if I start playing it, he says, this is the latest on his industrial area.
Oh, I like the camping area. Those tents are really nice.
I like that camper van, that's very nice. He says lots of work over the weekend,
I like
added the back scene, detailing around the factory
Yeah.
and gasworks, grass and line-side fencing, people, coal and coke, vehicles, also completed a caravan camping site next to the area, which looks fantastic.
Can I just say that I really love the way you've used that dry stone wall, which looks great, as the transition between the layout and the back scene. That works incredibly well.
It's so good, because it really does. It gives that break that you
Yeah.
need.
That is actually, this is the takeaway for me. I love what you've done with that. That works really well.
It's amazing.
Absolutely.
Interesting way of having the road continue there as well. That worked quite nicely. Lots of people in Big Macs.
Yeah, flashing maps. Laura asks, can you confirm whether this Cluedo reference is accurate? Zoe in the living room with the karaoke machine. It has been known, and unfortunately, if you're officially asking, then no, Your Honour, it has not been repeated because you told us not to. Cozzy118 BMK said, morning campers. But Ben tell it, yeah, love the campsite scene. That dry stone wall is brilliant against that photographic back scene. You should be well pleased with you, because that really is great. I do also like your little coal piles there. The
And the way this
gasometer.
has come together so quickly when you think about it. Oh, I'm really enjoying this.
There's
This is
lots
so
of people in some really great poses.
good. Yeah.
Simon Davey says these layouts are mind-blowing. The work that goes into them are incredible. I wish I had the talent to produce these. Look,
Practice makes perfect.
all you need is confidence in your own abilities. So it's really nice work there. I do like when you've got the little coal bunker areas.
That is so good, yeah.
Definitely.
Oh,
wow.
Oh my goodness. It looks so different from when we first saw
Yeah,
it. This
yeah.
is amazing.
Oh, it's the Police Chief Wiggum.
Wow.
Really, really nice. This layout has come on in leaps and bounds. I love the way you've got that back scene integrated to the foreground so well. That, for me, really is standout over there. You've got yourself as well the Rails of Sheffield Dynamometer coach. Henry Van Wyk has emailed the YouTube link.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that. I do like that Walther's kit there as well, but that back scene really does make that scene so well.
So well done.
Yeah, Ruben Ashwell says, lovely blue A4 there. It's actually BR Experimental Purple. I'm only aware of maybe 6 locomotives that definitely carried that livery. 4 of them were A4s.
That was so good. Thank you so much.
I think one of them was an A3 and another one was a Merchant Navy or a West Country. But certainly very, very unusual livery. But strangely enough, Walter K. Wigham seems to be the only one which has been offered not once but twice by Hornby. Ben Tullett says, this is looking great. Absolutely. I really enjoy that. Thank you for sending that video link in.
I haven't got the new one from Henry yet. But maybe
so it'll take a little while to come in. But also don't forget to tickle that like button and also share the stream too.
And also like that tickle button.
Yes, and also share the stream too. Let others know about the video content that we've got on the camp. The little on the
hey, you're so good at this.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Somebody just encrypted root in my tongue. Sue at Putnam Junction says, last train to Clarksville and I'll meet you at the station. Monkey's Track. Worthington Mullerow says, thanks for the positive comments. Absolutely, well deserved. That was, I really enjoyed that.
Thanks for showing us something that
it's that dry stone wall that's blown me away. How effective that was.
Okay, this is a short one.
So we've got a short video here when it loads up.
We are starting to have the connection problems that I mentioned from Virgin causing.
Oh gosh, it's 9:05, you know.
I know, but we're going a little longer.
Yeah. So this is Richard Swiderski, and this is Jubilee Class 45690 Leander. Storms through Hertford Station in Cheshire. This was on the 13th. Didn't we have this one last week?
We may have, I can't remember.
So Alan Reynolds, PVA, Alan Reynolds has arrived. Says, hi, sorry I'm late. I have passed 1,000 subs on my channel mark.
Congratulations.
Brilliant. Boom. Oh yeah, we did see this one last week, but gosh, let's go into a fair old chat there with the support coach behind.
Yeah.
Oh, and you were nearly bowled by that 350. Evan Terry says, how late are you ending today? We don't know, we're just sort of doing our thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, also don't forget that you can join the Monday Club Facebook group. Absolutely welcome aboard there. You can also share all of your video content there as well. Now, has that video come through?
Yes, we only
from
have
Henry van der Wyk.
Yes, we only have a couple of videos left, so we won't be gone too long, but we will be having fun. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sending it.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for that.
Have you jumped back?
Yes, I have.
I've got to find the button. There it is.
AFD comp says, good night all, especially to Jennifer and Zoe, also to everyone else as well. Look, good night to you, take care, and hopefully see you next week. Don't forget, if you haven't already done so, do tickle the like button. Let's have a like spike. Heartfilia Railway says 1,000 subs. Well done. I'm still working on getting to 50. It will come. It will come, definitely. Ruben Ashwell says, thanks for showing up 350-108. Shame Cybertrades isn't with us tonight.
No, but Billy's replacement speakers is.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, this one is from Zed Mark Anthony. Processing the video, please check back later.
I'm sorry, it's not. What we'll have to do is carry that over to next week.
I am
really
so sorry.
YouTube is still processing your video, unfortunately, but we will carry that over to next week. So are we about done then?
We have one more from Henry Van Dijk.
No, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Manthony 1956 says, last train to Clarksville, this is about, it says, strange song written during the Vietnam War. Trains going to Clarksville were often taking people to Fort Campbell. Oh my word, I never knew that, but yeah, gosh. Flymo Chairman 1, thank you very much for sharing the link for the merchandise. You too can own your slice of the Monday Club and JK channel memorabilia. And of course, at the Great Electric Train Show, it'd be really, really exciting to see if anybody does turn up wearing Jenny Monday Club outfits.
Especially if it's not Jenny.
Yes. What I might also do as well is I reserved 10 of the Monday Club wagons for myself, and what I might do is see about bringing some of them with me. No guarantees, they may sell out in advance, but the Jenny Monday Club wagon, that Acura scale wagon, is imminent in arrival, so looking out for that. Are we ready to go?
We are.
So this
Here
is
we
the
go.
Waterkloof HO scale model railway, just moving over to this.
And as Henry says in the email, South African, not South American. I do apologise.
Yeah, South Africa.
A bit of a different location, but you know, these
But it's
things
really
happen.
interesting. I have to be honest, saying we don't often see South African railways.
No.
But yeah, so I may have some Monday Club wagons, but cannot guarantee it. They may have sold out by then. But hey, yeah.
Alan Reynolds, it's always okay.
Yeah, don't worry.
Always okay to send in videos. We love them.
Yeah, we do love it. It's what really makes the show in a way, because we love showcasing what other people are up to.
Yeah,
I think
and-
it's a great way of giving something back to the
And
community.
not only that, but I think we all learn something or get
Oh
inspired.
god, yeah, that dry stone wall. I'm not gonna be shutting up about that dry stone wall, because
Oh,
that
you love it.
worked so well.
Yeah. Oh.
I like the rock
oh,
face.
that is an excellent rock
So
face.
how did you make the rock face? I'm
it looks
curious.
like dry brushing effects.
But on what? What's the base material? Because
Don't
that is
know.
really effective.
That is good.
Hmm.
Oh, that is one. And multiple levels because the
Oh,
road
yeah.
is not flat. I keep saying that as well.
Yeah, yeah.
This is
I
wonderful.
think they discovered it wasn't flat quite some time ago.
Did they? My goodness. When was this in the news? I wasn't informed. Oh, I'm loving this. This is great.
I like that locomotive. The it looks like an AMD product, but I can't be certain.
And I also love that we get to see different locomotives from around the
Yeah,
world.
yeah. I like the wagons as well.
Yeah,
Really, really nice.
that is.
Oh, sorry, I thought that
lovely.
was the end of the video. Worthington Mother Rowers has enjoyed this week's stream. Thanks again for showing the video. On to next project. Brilliant. I like the double deck effect as well. This is a great way of
Yeah.
making full use of available
I'm
space.
still amazed that you didn't decide to go for a double deck on Rear Yard.
There is a hidden fiddle yard
Nah,
underneath.
it's not the same, though, is it?
I would have had to have built another level, probably at about this height.
Yeah.
Would have been a realistic height. But
Oh,
I
that's
don't.
an interesting.
I don't know. I mean, I still did have designs about putting one round on this
you
height.
just use it for storage. That's the thing.
Yeah, where would I put all my trains?
Yeah. You know, like I say, the bay window is there if you want it.
J. Paul Anderson asks, real rocks? I don't know, but it looks really good.
Oh,
Timothy
what was
Kynard
that,
says looks good as well.
What was that product you used on Miniftatus for making fake, real-looking rocks?
It's plaster.
Could it be that kind of a thing?
Could be. You cast plaster in a mould and then you paint it with watercolours.
Yeah.
Bridge is definitely nice as well. Valley is 56XX. Says nice layout. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm loving it.
Simon Davey says it's been a very enjoyable stream. Thank you for all your work on this. Paul Jessen says happy birthday to the Cupboard
there
Monkey.
it
Have
is.
a drink with the pink elephants before you charge the trolls under the bridges.
Henry says faces plaster castings and woodland scenics molds.
Excellent.
That's it,
yeah,
yes.
yeah, that's what I used for Minith Tatis.
And it works
It
so
does.
well.
I cannot speak more highly of the
Yeah.
Woodland Scenics rock molds. Are really easy to use, and you get a great effect.
It's so effective.
Yeah, you just use shades of brown, ochre, and black, and just like water, and you just paint it on as a wash, and it highlights all of the textures so well. Thank you ever so much for that. A really great video, but sadly, what's that? Ironhorse Rower says, it's twice now to Jenny. Zoe has offered up the bay window.
Well, she said no twice, so now I get to use it.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Game zone.
No. J. Paul Anderson says, are you safe, South African friend? I know there's been some breakdown of law and order in South Africa in the past few months. I'm not sure what's going on. I think they have in some areas, but I guess they're all right. Right.
This has been great, but
It has.
is
I've
past
thoroughly
time
enjoyed
now.
it with you guys. Thank you ever so much. And you've been so generous tonight as well. So
It's
big
unbelievable.
thank you to everybody who has donated on the super chat. I'll just double check and make sure that. Oh my word! What have we got here?
What's happened, Jen?
Oh no, it's all right. And I'd just like to thank when it loads up, as donated very kindly via paypal.me. If I can get a signal, I will tell you who is actually. Why is my? Oh come on, just connect.
Just turn your Wi-Fi off and then on again.
No.
Jenny is having technical trouble because Jenny doesn't like technical things.
No,
Anything that's more technical than a wind-up toaster, and she's not happy.
I'd like to say a big thank you to Brian Bell, who's very generously sent £10 via paypal.me. So thank you ever so much for all of your generosity, for everybody, and we're going to be hopefully putting it towards 5-inch gauge coal wagon to tow along behind the 14XX. Now hopefully next week I'll do a video up close and personal, show you all around that model. It's not here at the moment, as I said earlier on in the stream. It's at my father's workshop so that he can consult it for working out how to do various bits on his locomotive that he's building in 5-inch gauge. But this week we're going to be having a tour of Weir Yard. It's been a while, about 6 months, so I think it's time to have a quick tour of the layout and show you where everything is up to. And then on Friday we've got a monkey build. So finally monkey build is back, and really looking forward to seeing your projects.
Yeah, I think it's going to be fun.
Brilliant. So until next time, you take care everybody, stay safe, happy modelling, and maybe see some of you at Great Electric Train Show. But of course there'll be another Monday Club or two before then. Do send in your videos through the email to zoe@zoerobinson.com and put Monday Club in the title just so we can easily find it. And remember, it has to be the URL link. Don't send the actual video.
Yeah.
But until next time, you take great care of yourselves. Bye for now.
Bye-bye. If you go up to the loft today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go up to the loft today, you'll never believe your eyes. For every train there ever was has gathered there together, because today's the day that Jenny does the Monday Club. Good night.
See you later, everybody. Take care.
The train now departing from platform 4 is the 2121 service to Eindhoven, stopping at Minute Plattis, Grove Street Yard, Bolton Trinity Road, then Eindhoven. That is the 2121 service to Eindhoven.